Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
I love it. I'm gonna come. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the men's room. I'm your host, the Appalachian American. I didn't go full screen for that, but anyway, it doesn't matter. With me, as always, is my boy, Tommy Gunn.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
No camera for the intro?
Huh?
No camera for the intro?
No, he just got done coming.
He's shirtless.
You got a shirt on. That's probably a good thing. Moving on, because Tommy's just a weenie head. Channel Dad, Brian Lape.
If you saw my latest Facebook post, you would understand this.
What was it? I think I remember.
That ran is not the present perfect participle for run.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. I was like, what are you talking about? Anyway.
It's not the present tense. It's not the future tense.
It doesn't matter. I'm muting you. That man, fine, sharply dressed, SuperFan Shawhan.
Hello, everybody. It's true. It's damn true. The man with the plan and Frank in the Wiener Dog Clan. 13-time Stealing Solo Champion. The Men's Room. United States Champion. Fresh off of a great time at the Comic-Con. Mind you, is here. It's true again. It's damn true. We hit 100 subs. Hit it on the greatest night of all. I was on Itepakulia's Place to Be review. Man threw it out there. We got the 5 that we needed. The gentleman I hung out with in Grand Rapids also joined us, but pushed us to the 101 Phoenix Animation. Oh, my goodness. We made it. Tommy's going to eat sushi. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be huge. Huge. So holla if you hear me. Let's have some fun.
Oh, shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
And you can fuck off, Seth.
Batman with all the toys. Collect your express.
It may be cannot talk now. Okay, start over.
We're professionals.
This is recorded, right? We can edit this out.
Right, we can rewind and start over.
We'll fix
But
it.
no matter what time you watch their channel, it's always prime time for toys.
Prime time. Last but not least, Reality's Franks.
Next summer, Rob Schneider is the world's most popular YouTuber with over 10 subscribers. But all that changed one day when a sleazy, one-dimensional corporate prick bought his show and tried to make everything different. Walt Disney Pictures presents Give Us Your Fucking Money, You Stupid Brainwashed Sheep, rated R.
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Rob Schneider bits. So what's happening?
That's going to be on my tombstone. That's all I've got.
Rob Schneider.
And it is so awesome that y'all got to the 100 subscriber mark. Got your new URL for the channel.
I could go unsubscribe now.
Yeah, go for it. we're at 101.
YouTube does that to me all the time. I will work and slave for 15 subs, and in one day, 10 of them will be gone. Don't know why.
Let's see, we're a week away from me being here a year, and I've been pimping this mofo out, and it paid off, though. I mean, I know Seth's been doing it. Tommy's been doing it on the, the TikTok side. Seth's been plugging it in the same places. Definitely going on a lot of live stream with some of my old folks helped and old friends because it got the word out. And, yeah, man, I'm just happy that we were able to get to this point where we can plan to make Tommy eat sushi.
So you've been going to the old folks' home, get them to watch YouTube?
No, I haven't been visiting your mom, man. No, sorry.
Did you say Tommy did work?
Huh?
Did you say Tommy did work?
Well, he did the TikTok.
He don't do TikTok. He's a weenie head. I've been begging him to make TikTok videos. He don't make no TikTok
I
videos.
even went on the podcast in Dev with you.
Oh my God, that's right, we did last Sunday night. That was pretty fun. Except Tommy just kept calling some character Mary. He was like, "Oh, Mary." It's like, Who?
Well, when I was watching that, when I was watching Walking Dead, I was also watching Sons of Anarchy and Z Nation all at once.
But Sons of Anarchy ended a while ago.
But they were still going when Walking Dead was going.
Like Nail Ripper just commented, sushi time.
Yes. Yes. So.
Can I pour ranch on it?
Sure.
No.
Yeah.
God, no.
Put ranch on it.
You gotta dip it in wasabi. The wasabi makes it good.
We'll mix some wasabi in with some soy sauce so you get a little bit of flavor.
Straight up wasabi.
Yeah, fuck that.
You gotta make sure one side's really good and green.
Yeah.
It's okay. Wasabi's sweet, Tommy. It'll be all right.
No, real men. Real men snort a line
Don't
of
be too
wasabi
mean
like
to our guy
Steve-O.
that we know does not have certain parts that he needs. No wasabi for Tommy. There's no way his stomach can handle it with no gallbladder.
No, Tommy's gonna eat wasabi. He's gotta.
Hey, you take those chicken skewers, or I call it cat on a stick. You get some wasabi and use that as dipping sauce. Oh, it's so good. Of course, last time I went to a Chinese restaurant, I guess timber's gotten so expensive they quit putting the COS on a stick.
Kept doing a what now?
They quit putting chicken on a stick. I guess the toothpicks has gotten the skewers got too expensive.
Well, they come from China, so.
Well, timber's gotten so expensive, so
Yeah, so now they're wrapping it around the
they
rock.
probably were doing $500 on lumber on that plate of chicken tenders.
Come on.
All right, gentlemen, I got to bow out. Congratulations on 100 subscribers. Congratulations on not sucking.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. It takes a lot to not suck.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I know. I've been trying to get over that for years.
Late
Peace
pool
out.
on time for once. That didn't suck. Everything worked out real well. So I'm glad we didn't suck.
That's why I stay quiet.
Hey, Frank, you want to know something really cool? Frank?
He's gone.
Dang it, he didn't fall for it. I wanted to boot him.
Did y'all do coffee and gaming last night?
Yes, I did. I texted you.
I was at work.
I know, but you could still see a text message, can't you?
Well, that doesn't mean that you didn't.
15-foot ladder.
Well, keep in mind, how many times have you actually tried to set it up and it not worked, though? You can't really knock on Tommy for double checking. Although he could have double checked, although you didn't do it on YouTube, so he would have no knowledge because he doesn't social media.
What do you mean I set it up and it didn't work?
Huh?
What do you mean I set it up and it didn't work before?
You've set it up and not done it before.
One time.
Where we were going to go and record and then other things happened, so you weren't able to do it?
Yeah, one time.
Well, don't act like you've never done it. I'm just saying.
One
When he
time,
asked, he doesn't have Facebook or Twitter or Twitch or any of that stuff, so he wouldn't know if he did
I
it.
got a chisel on a stone though, so it may take a while to get to y'all, but
Hell yeah.
I've upgraded to carrier pigeons.
I was up in North Carolina yesterday till 11 o'clock.
Dang.
I was like 2 hours away.
Hello, Mr. Peabody.
Oh, yep, he made it. I got the link out. It took forever for Discord to open up, but it did open up finally. Oh, yeah.
Man, I'm not. Why is it working? I hate this stupid stuff.
So, who has seen Free Guy?
I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen a lot of clips.
Yeah.
Do y'all have high hopes for it?
No.
Oh, come on, Tommy. It's a Ryan Reynolds movie with Ryan Reynolds playing Ryan Reynolds, produced by Ryan Reynolds. I mean, I saw it from Bad Boys 3. It was one of the trailers back when Bad Boys 3 played. Yeah. And I was like, well, I mean, you know, kind of looks like a video game, so I don't know. It might be kind of funny, but it's hard telling. And as long as it's not like Green Lantern.
Actually, I think it looks pretty good. He comes as AI becomes self-aware, basically. Of a game.
That's scary. What do you?
The NPC that comes self-aware.
Have you seen the extended trailer for it, where they talk about the muscle guy that they sent to get rid of him?
Catchphrase.
Is that what his name is? I can't remember.
I forget what the name is, but that's what they didn't. He didn't make a catchphrase for him. What do they call him? There's actually a name for it. He wasn't supposed to be wasn't ready, and then his catchphrase is actually catchphrase.
Yeah, something like that. I thought that dude was hilarious.
And he's got like a blue shirt tattooed on his chest. He's not wearing.
Yeah. It showed him like during the interview, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, yeah." He's like, "A lot of work on his body."
All these other celebrities who complained about their exercise routine, he did this in a week.
Yeah.
Flexing his pecs.
Oh, that's good stuff.
I haven't seen that one. I only saw the original trailer, and it was one of those where it's like, well, I wasn't hating it, you know, as long as it's not Green Lantern.
So it's called the bigger version of Blue Shirt guys, the Dude.
Yeah, that's right, the Dude. What is everybody's hate for Green Lantern? Because like I mean, Adam, you say that, but I mean, I hear a lot of people talking like they hate that movie.
It's the storyline. Green Lantern had a better story than that.
Well, they went with a very convoluted villain. Instead of just going simple, what they should have done, the animated movie they did right afterwards, much better. It actually had a storyline they should have done for the live action.
Yeah.
They come to find out that Sinestro trains Hal. Then they come to find out Sinestro enslaved his home planet using the Green Lantern power. And he is revealed to be a villain. And during that, and he gets kicked out of the Green Lantern Corps, becomes the Yellow Lantern, Sinestro.
Gotcha.
It's the usual DC though, Seth. Like the animated movies rule, and the live action just kind of. I mean, like Ryan Reynolds wasn't the bad part; it was just the script. It was just kind of you know.
It's just a weird story to pick because the
I watched it. And I don't mind it, but I'm not a big Green Lantern fan. I don't know too much about it. I don't know about it.
I'm not sure how other people, if don't know anything about Green Lantern, would have experienced it. But if you know much about Green Lantern, it's just such a weird.
That's a common complaint, or what people talk about is that if you don't, if you know Green Lantern, then you hated the movie.
Yeah. Plus, too, the guy who voices Green Lantern in the movies, in the animated movies, should have been cast as the Green Lantern. Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion?
Yep.
Isn't that the voice for Uncharted? Nathan Drake?
I don't know.
I think so. I think you're right, Seth.
Awesome.
He looks the part, especially since he's an older character, like Hal Jordan's supposed to be an older character. Now would be perfect for him to play Hal Jordan. He's got the look, he's got the sound, he's got the attitude to be Hal Jordan. Yep.
Dude, he really needs to. I wish they would do him for Nathan Drake instead of Tom Holland.
Teenage Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
I don't really get why they picked somebody that looks so babyface to play Nathan Drake.
Well, in the third Uncharted, you get to see Nathan as a kid.
Oh, so they're doing like an origin thing where they're going. Problem is,
yeah,
Tom Holland ain't gonna look no older. He's one of those baby people.
What?
He's one of those people that's gonna look like a kid forever until and becomes like an old man.
See,
it's not like he's gonna shoot up and grow a foot.
Yeah.
Right. He's still gonna be tiny. Yeah.
That's him as a kid from Uncharted 3.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Tom Holland a little bit there.
I mean, I could
If that's the
understand.
story they're going with, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I haven't really followed it. So.
But it's only like a chapter in the game.
Oh. So having him play the entire movie is kind of weird.
Yeah, that's gonna suck to be an entire movie of him.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed Castle and Firefly, especially. Firefly was just way too short. It's one of those Fox things. I dread any good show that goes to Fox. Usually the good shows get canceled and the crap keeps getting renewed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the X-Files was the only, especially sci-fi.
Mm.
Between Fox and the Sci-Fi Channel, they don't.
Yeah.
X-Files was the
sci-fi
only
show
good
on
one.
Fox. It's definitely not going to make it past the season.
Yeah, it's X-Files was almost like it was a.
What was it really good with? Carl Urban, sci-fi is a sci-fi detective series that the future his partner was an android, almost human. I think it was.
I don't
that
remember
was
that one.
really good.
I liked Space Above and Beyond. They canceled that. They had Firefly. They had something else too. And then the other stuff that they would come on, I wouldn't even watch, and it would go like 4 seasons. Yeah.
Gina was actually in Almost Human in an episode. She was a killer android, military grade.
So how long ago was that on?
When was that? TV series 2013 to 2014.
All right, that's too recent for me to have heard about. All right.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up. See if
It
I
was
can
really good.
watch it on Netflix or something. Though Netflix more and more doesn't have anything I want to watch.
That's true. I wonder if it's on there.
Might as well be, right? I mean, they don't have hardly anything to show.
Yeah. Well, I almost watch nothing in streaming, and it's hard to find the way they do their website anymore. It's very hard to find anything.
Netflix does not have Almost Human. They got, of course, they recommend shows that's similar. It's probably on Hulu, since Fox was a big owner of Hulu before they got taken over, assimilated into the collective. Resistance is futile.
Isn't that the truth?
Makes me sad thinking they renewed Kirkman's contract at 2026? The man who hates Star Trek making Star Trek.
But brother, as you know, he's making it for the new fans, not the OGs, because the OGs can go, take a long walk off a short pier is how they feel about it.
Yeah, he wants just dumb, stupid people to watch his shows. People that's non-intellectuals that don't mind when the characters are holding the phasers backwards.
Dude, what kills me is the amount of... Okay, it worked finally. The amount of toys and stuff they could make that...
Mr. Woodbody said Almost Humans on Disney, maybe. Sorry.
Could be. But the amount of toys and stuff you could make, like if you made a good Star Trek that wasn't garbage, that we would buy, like that's the part that kills me. It's like, really, merchandising. Did we learn nothing from, yogurt? It's all in the merchandising, and nobody's buying the merchandise for this new Trek.
No.
And it's just nuts. Oh, and before I forget, happy birthday, James Clark, the artist. It's his birthday today, so I wanted to make sure I give him a shout out. The man that did Mr. Peabody's painting and done some work for me. Real good artist, good guy in Ohio. I'll get to see him in a couple weeks when I go to Horror Hound and see all the YouTubers and everybody that's going to be at Horror Hound. The list is getting bigger. I should just come and kidnap Seth and be like, shh, shoot him with a trank. I'll have Tommy help me load him in the truck, and we'll just take him. See, he doesn't mind.
What was it?
Almost Human season 1 is on Amazon. So
Oh, great!
Didn't that only have one season?
It only had one season, and
Yeah, because it was on Sci-Fi, wasn't it?
no, it was on Fox.
It was on. Okay, it was on Fox. All right. Yeah, that was a good series.
Hmm. I think it was a
I've seen
cliffhanger. The shitty part was, I think it was a cliffhanger at the end of the season.
Yeah.
probably get canceled in between seasons. That's Fox does that kind of crap too. Yeah, as I'm saying, other than X-Files, they've screwed up every other sci-fi.
That's why I was terrified with the Orville. When it went, how good it was, and then it's like, it's not going to get renewed, no matter how good it is.
That on Fox too.
It got season 2 on Fox, and Seth moved it to Hulu to keep Disney's hands off of it.
Gotcha.
So Seth's still in control.
Wasn't Sliders on Fox, and then it went to like TBS or something?
I think it was Fox. It went to Sci-Fi.
Seth, how long is your hair getting?
Too long. I want it cut, but I can't bring myself to do it because I don't know of anybody that I trust to cut it.
You trust me, don't you?
No.
I got some dog grooming shears.
You're an Appalachian. Put a bowl on your head and just take the scissors.
I look like freaking Bozo the Clown.
So, Tommy, should we surprise Seth tonight, or should I make him wait till Toy Talk next week?
The
Tonight, it's our 100th episode.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I'm having issues. I'm getting everything set up to be able to share for tonight, hopefully. But yeah, this is something that'll be brought up when I get it done, and will still set attention and make him cry and smile and scream and everything all at once.
They are talking about doing a reboot of Sliders and not to go the current Hollywood route and try to keep true to the nature.
Well, from what I'm hearing, is they're doing a reboot of the Power Rangers.
Isn't that every season?
No, each season's its own story.
I was trying to see if you're still listening.
I'm listening.
Well, it's kind of a reboot, though, since it's filmed in Japan. Story changed each season to be an English version.
Well, the article I was reading is they made the kid version. Now they're going to make the adult version.
What?
Of Power Rangers. The last one was a kid version.
Well, they got Legend of the White Dragon, but it's not going to be like a big release.
Now, I wouldn't mind if they reboot the movie again, because I didn't even attempt to see that last movie. It looks so stupid.
I watched it. I've got it on Blu-ray. It's actually the creative department should have been fired.
Yeah,
but the team was pretty good.
They should have lowered the graphics on the suit.
What I'm saying, the creative team should have been fired.
Yeah. That and some of the story parts should have been changed.
I've seen the trailers of the Zords. They looked bad, especially merged.
Mr. Peabody's talking about Manifest season 3. I could not get through season 1.
Really?
I hate that show.
I never watched it.
All right, so I have to do this a couple different times, Seth. I promise you it'll be worth it, but I'm gonna do this first as a teaser. For
okay.
You. So I'm gonna share the screen. And I thought of you the whole time. So there you go. Somebody hit okay. So I'm calling.
You got to meet him, you friggin' butthole.
Dude, check this out, right? And I'm gonna kill this. So check this out. His IMDb or whatever says he's 5'8". Dude, he's like 5'2", right? He is so tiny. He looks identical to when he was in the show. Dude looks great. He's 50, in great shape. I talked to him for 45 minutes. I have tried to get him on the show, but I'm going to stalk his social media because he did give me a card. And then let's see. I think we'll do the video first. So this is how much we do care about you, or at least I kind of do, because I can only speak on my behalf. But
we're going to do a live action version of the men's room version of Stealing Solo. We're going to kidnap a Power Ranger.
I mean, I talked with him for a grip, dude, and like he came up and he's like, "Well, you seem kind of excited to meet me too." And I'm like, "Really? No." I mean, I didn't say that to him, but I'm like, my kids watched you, my buddy, he really likes it. And Tommy had told me that there was supposed to be a Ranger, but it wasn't him at the one that you went to. And I was like, "Oh, that sucks." And so Tommy's in on this a little bit. And so go ahead and hit this, and then, we'll go from there. Hopefully this works, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yep.
Is the sound working?
Not a problem.
All right, here we go. To Seth.
To Seth.
To Seth.
To Seth.
Are you ready? Here we go. Now where's Preston to get your money? I'm doing that right now. Are you scared?
That's dope, man.
You go, bro.
Awesome. Much.
That's right.
So because you are the Power Ranger mofo, right? And all right, hold on, and I apologize, dude. It does take me a minute to do this crap, because I'm old. Not as old as late, but I'm old enough. It's literally, I went there not thinking about him, but I talked with Tommy about it, and Tommy's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Okay." And then so I talked with Tommy a little more. So last week when I was like talking to Tommy, this is what we were kind of talking about, because it's like, I wanted to do it because you're my friend, and I know how much you love Power Rangers. And so there you go. I mean, it literally to Seth, as you saw him doing it. And so last week, this is what I was looking at. Tommy was laughing at, because I got him sitting right next to my computer. So when we went live and Tommy was giggling and I were talking kind of in code, that's what we were talking about, because he's sitting right there looking at me. But you had made this comment once to me about some stuff, and I understood that and respected it. So I'm like, all right, yeah, man, yeah. And since he wasn't there at the Comic-Con you went to, and he was at the one I was at, how do you not get a guy, it's your buddy, the signature of an original fucking Power Ranger?
I appreciate that.
I called Adam. I was like, make sure it's the original Black Ranger. Don't get the other one.
See, that's the one. All right, that's what I'm talking about. All right. This is the original Black Power Ranger. Zach, Walter Jones, the one that you met. Like,
yep.
I've got both of his action figures from season 1 and season 2. And when I went to Biglet Comic-Con, they had the one from season 3, which is Johnny Young Bosch. Now, granted, Johnny Young Bosch is cool, but he's not
OG
that cool.
Yeah. Well, that's why I brought up the Power Ranger stuff last week too, and all that, or even the week before that. I'm like, well, where is your wheelhouse? And like, you're going on, and I'm lost. But I knew that you would, because like he was there, and the voice of Grogu was there, And there was a couple other people there. It was really kind of like a smaller version of a Comic-Con, right? Like there were a couple people, but nothing massive. It was a lot of fun. And I mean, it's like one of those things where I was like, you know, Seth would really appreciate this, especially when I make him pay for it. But no, I mean, legitimately, dude, honestly, bro, it was one of those where I was like, the photo was for me, right? I was like, I got to do the photo. Because he saw, like, I'm literally leaning over because I look like I'm 7'2" compared to him. But he was That's hell of a nice guy. I was like, do you ever do YouTube stuff or whatnot? And he's like, not really. And I'm like, man, can I get you to come on the men's room and just say hi to my friend just for like a couple minutes? So he let me personalize it, obviously. He let me record it while he was singing it. Like he was legit cool with everything I did.
Nice.
And I was like, this is going to mean the world to my buddy. I was like, it really, really will, because he's such a huge Power Ranger fan. I'm like, you don't understand. He has shelves behind him full of Power Rangers. I'm like, trust me, dude. He loves the OG. I was like, there's nothing like the OG crew. I'm like, we're OG, you know, Ranger fans. I go, when I watched it, it was the original crew. It was you and everybody, you know. And so, I mean, literally, like I went and I did that. And I stood in line. Friday was the day to go, right? Like I'm standing waiting on the one dude to show up, the voice actor, and I see him just standing there by himself, nobody going to his table. And I'm like, oh, that's some shit. And I get done, and like his handler, the lady that's with him, was eating. And I'm like, I said, do you take debit card? Because I got fuck all for cash. And she's like, mm-hmm. I'm like, go ahead and eat. I'll be back. So I went and stand back at the line, and she finished eating. She was standing there. And I said, is it okay if I just kind of look at the photos and stuff? I'm like, I wanted to double check. Like, I didn't know if there was like a certain price for certain photos and shit, you know? So I'm like, can I kind of look? And she's like, yeah, there's these ones. And the reason I picked that one is because it's got him holding the helmet, you know, kind of more that iconic look to have him sign it. Because like if he's wearing a helmet, there's a 50-50 shot it ain't him, right? It's the original Japanese shit. And I'm like, no, I want him in the suit for you. And I'm like, you know, and when I asked him if he would personalize it, he's like, yeah, because as you heard, he was like, to Seth. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, to Seth. You know, it's that easy. I wasn't going to do Appalachian American or any of that bullshit. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's
no, dude. You know, you bring it up about names and personalization and stuff. When this whole like pandemic, whatever, happened, and you know how you start like ordering food out?
Yeah.
Well, my accounts that I was ordering like Grubhub and stuff through is under the Appalachian American.
yeah.
So when I went to pick up Mexican food, I was like, Seth and my last name. And they were like, we don't have anything for that. And I'm like, bruh, you charged my account, yada, yada, yada. We went back and forth. Dude went back inside 3 or 4 times. And finally he brought out 3 bags and was like, which one of these is yours? And it said the Appalachian American. I was like, oh, my God. Embarrassing.
It's funny, though, right? I mean, like, I always felt stupid because it was my name on YouTube back in the day up till, you know, I got deemed SuperFan by Jeff and whatnot. But, you know, it was just my name. It was no big deal. You know, I'm just like, all right, because I never planned on streaming or being on, you know, with you fine gentlemen or any of that shit, man. I was in the chat, right? I was perfectly copacetically happy just being in the chat, you know. And then through Jeff and even Mecha Random back in the day and Doomcock and all the people I was in, you know, you see these people doing it, you know. And like this channel, it's not been going but over a year. So you know what I mean, though. It takes a bit to get going and you know, like, do I want to do this or do I want to be in the chat? And I've been fine. Like, I'm fine either way.
Mr. Peabody needs some help here.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
nope.
I'm all right with some Galaxy Power Rangers, but Deranged Lunatic, what's up, fellas?
Yeah, what's up, brother? Oh, yeah, another one of my buddies. Hopefully he's doing fine and well. He doesn't live too far from us either. But, dude, I mean, literally, like, I had a blast. I'd never been to I spent more on y'all than I spent on myself, which I will debut some of my stuff when we do Toy Talk, which I already kind of showed you guys. You guys know, but it's
truth be told, we can kind of talk about Toy Talk this week.
I'll be out next week.
Yeah, Collector's not gonna be here, so we can do it.
Well, then we'll do it without his ass. No.
we can turn this into doing whatever we want to talk about.
Well, I mean, it's the 100th stream, and I mean, it was literally one of those where I was like, you know, this is going to be epic. In my opinion, it was like, this is epic because, like, I don't usually meet Power Rangers,
Yeah.
you know, like at all. And I'm like, but I know a certain individual that does not have this autograph, thanks to Tommy Gunn, you know, working with me on it and being like, no, he was kind of ticked that the one that you've got wasn't there. And I'm like, are you for, and then me being me, I'm like, are you for sure, Tommy? You know, I'm like, are you positive? Because I can't call Seth and ask him, oh, would you like the Black Power Ranger to sign something for you? That'd just be wrong. This is more fun. So, like, for the last couple of weeks, I've been dying to say something to you, but I knew it would be worth it. And then, like I said, man, when I was on with Pete, so, all right, Monday, let me jump back. So I've got this. I'm just ecstatic because of what I did. I go on with Pete for a short skit, right? I had some perfect stuff worked out. He didn't get the bumpers ready. And then Lizzie starts giving birth. So we hit 100 subs on his channel after he's like, come on, we got to get these guys, which he's been doing for months. 2, Lizzie's giving birth. And 3, I got the Power Ranger staring at me, right? So I'm just like in 7th heaven because it's like, man, men's room hits 100, then 101. Lizzie gave birth. All 5 puppies are doing great. I've got a surprise gift for Seth that I'm going to mess with him hardcore, which I kind of did. Not massively. You know, I didn't do anything dickish or anything, but you had no clue. Only Tommy knew. And that's why I asked Tommy, should I do it this week or should I wait till next week? Because I was going to wait for the toy talk because, you know, it's kind of toy related. But your love of Power Rangers, bro. I was like, yeah, I got to do this, man. And Peabody can tell you, like, I was supposed to be in Australia for his 50th in January. When I couldn't go, James Clark, I hired him. I commissioned him to do a painting of his dog. That dog right there, Saber. He did a painting. Awesome painting. I sent it to Paul as a sorry I couldn't make it for your 50th. And it broke him, man. Like he didn't know what, you know, he's sentimental. He cried a little. That's okay. But then also
how you will call a brother out for crying, man?
He'll put it in the chat. He's sappy. It's just, you know, it's but it's okay. It's kind of like this. Like, I don't expect you to cry.
Star Trek Discovery, because they cry all the time.
Yeah. But I mean, like his mom got him a 50-year-old, or for his 50th birthday, a guitar that he built. And the parts that he wanted were here in the U.S. So I bought that and sent that to him, too. So, like, I kind of had a little bit to do with that. Because if it weren't for the kook, I'd have been in January in Australia for, like, 2 months. It didn't happen. You know, shit happens. And at some point, hopefully, I'll get to go and see him. Same with going to the UK to meet the guys from Digital Pollution and stuff. I mean, driving to see you guys is easy. That's just 10 hours, right? I mean, we're not talking 23 hours on a plane to get to the other side of the earth with freaking Peabody in Australia. You know, I might even swing up just to go say hey to our buddy David, you know, David Divine Applegate. But at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. Lethal Lightning as well. Another guy I know from there. Farty's over there. Batman's over there. So, I mean, like, I do know some people, you know, here, there, and everywhere. It's always good. But this was epic, man. Finally hitting that 100. And, you know, because we were sitting there at that 90 spot for a minute.
Yeah.
And
like 91, it flirted with 92. How is shipping to, like, Australia?
It sucks.
Is it expensive?
So, pre-pandemic, $40, $50 ish, depending on what size the box is. All right, like a normal Target box, if you buy something from Target, that cost me about $50 to send with a bunch of shit in it because it goes off weight and the size. Used to take 7 to 10 days. When I sent that painting, it took almost 6 months because it got lost due to the riots we were dealing with, the BLM bullshit. Shipping was just a nightmare. Like, it disappeared, and right when I was about to be able to collect the money and have James repaint something, all of a sudden it popped up, and because it left my location in Elkhart.
All the shipping ports closing down.
Yep.
Good gosh.
Dude, it was a freaking nightmare. And then I sent him legitimately a scratch plate for his guitar, a back plate, because it said it was from Corona, California. And I'm like, I have to buy this for his guitar. Boom, for his Fender. And I'm like, yes, I'm buying that. And I sent that chocolates I got you guys. That's all I sent him. and that took almost 2 months to get there. In like one of the if it fits it ships boxes, but the trick is you wrap it allegedly in wrapping paper, and then you don't get charged the $100. You get charged like 60, 75. So yeah, it sucks.
Wait, I'm sorry. What's that? You put it in, you wrap it up. What?
You wrap it in wrapping paper.
Why?
Because if it fits it ships, it's $100 box. So if I send you and if it fits it ships box, it'd be like $20. If you send it overseas, it's $100. But I wrapped it in wrapping paper because it was a gift, and the first box I sent him, it cost me about $50 to send the biggest if it fits it ships box, and it was only $50 instead of $100. How still had tracking and everything.
How big is a if it fits it ships box?
You know, it's somewhere about like that. You can fit some decent stuff in it.
Gotcha. My mother-in-law has a Cricut, and we're learning to use it, meaning merchandise.
But yeah, bro, it was really easy at first, and then this all happened, and it became harder. Giggity. Without the Viagra, it came harder and harder.
That's what she said.
Giggity. There you go. See,
like one of these.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah. Yep. That size. I sent Brandon his stuff.
You can get these free at the post office.
Oh hell, you can order them on USPS, man, and they'll deliver them to you.
Well, then you wrap them with this, so you don't have to pay the extra ship.
Yep. That's the secret.
If it's a default shipping price if it's in this box.
Yep.
And they've learned too. Used to be you could actually turn these boxes inside out.
Now they got print on the inside.
Inside is a priority mail box.
Yep.
People will get these because you don't have to pay for boxes.
Yep.
So and if you wrap it in shipping paper, like a gift,
so
and you can use it as a regular box.
So I got a video for Leif and SuperFan Adam. Because we're both Adam's getting into the fitness and Leif goes to all the seminars, so.
We are.
Thank you. Thank you.
What the hell is that?
Oh my gosh. Wait, Tommy, why didn't you put the clip up I sent you?
Because YouTube took away the loophole for me to download it.
Crap!
So now I'm going to have to either buy premium or find another way to do it.
Hold on a second. I'm going to send you something in private chat.
All right.
Because I want something. Oh,
I use it all the time.
Gosh, man.
See, it used to be you could type in, yeah, that's. Did they make another one?
I don't know, Tommy.
Oh, and Seth, I'm going to go ahead and send you that video in Messenger so you have it for yourself.
Sweet.
That was so for you, baby. It really was.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Man, yeah, man. I know you do, and I knew you'd love it. It's like it was one of those things. Because after going on vacation and having a foot injury, and you've had some shitty luck from there, man, I was like, my man needs something. He needs something. You know, turn that frown upside down.
Yeah. Foot injury sucks. It still hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth time's the try. They finally got. I showed this last on Late Night Gaming and version 4 Roadblock. They actually made classic Roadblock finally.
About darn time, bro. I've been watching the G.I. Joe on YouTube, the Hasbro channel, dude, because it just plays the cartoons continue. Oh man, Talk about a flashback that's of happiness, man.
Everybody's favorite Cajun in the G.I. Joe series.
Favorite Cajun?
Roblox Cajun.
Oh, I've never been into G.I. Joe.
Now, Gambit.
Before your time. I mean, we know you like the Power Rangers. We won't make fun of you. No. But, I mean, you know, it was a bit before your time, man. You know?
Yeah.
You right there, Tommy?
Trying to figure it out.
That link I sent you?
Yeah.
You can actually, when you upload your videos, you can click a checkbox where this won't work. And it may be trying to do a video that's got that checked.
All right, let me try. I cannot send it to you on Messenger. It's too big. I'll just email it to you.
I got it.
The video? Did it go through?
Oh, no.
I think those are just the pictures. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When I went to do it on Messenger, it yelled at me. That's too large. Well, I know that's what she said. But yeah, man, it's like I said, it's all because of you, man. Because I surely would not have went and messed with it at all. You know, if I would not have met you, I'd have been like, "Oh, look, the Black Power Ranger." Took a picture, sent to my daughter, and even she said, "Oh, that's cool." You know, so, but it was all you. You know, because I had to hint around to Tommy without telling him what I was doing. Because like at first I was going to get one for both of you. And I said, Tommy, how in the Power Rangers are you? Like that's how I opened up I said, I got a question for you. How big into Power Rangers are you? And he's like, well, not really. I kind of like the one that played Tommy. And I go, because he has your name? No, he was the Green Ranger and then the White Ranger. I said, no, it's because he's got your name. And then he's, yeah, right there. He started giggling.
Headbang.
But I can't say he was one of the nicest people I have met. Like, the dude was legit nice. And that's a relief.
Appalachian American, you can actually take your head off and do that.
Yeah. Nah.
Hello, Crack Tail Mafia. We're doing all right?
I have stuff to send to Adam. All the stuff that had to change the name because of cancel culture. What? Change the name? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Who got canceled?
I don't know. Whatever the name of the stuff was. Cancel culture. Not a good sign.
No.
Yep. I have a love obsession with Power Rangers.
It was that little boy from Kindergarten Cops that boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Mm-hmm.
That little boy got canceled.
Yeah.
Wish the dentist would get canceled. They decided to take out my filling that had a crack in it, put one in, and then it fell out. Now they're like, "Oh, we can't get you into the beginning of the month to fix it." I'm like, "Oh, thanks."
Oof.
So tonight I'm drinking. It's a premix. It's cherry limeade with vodka already in it, and I gotta tell you, it's pretty good. Like it.
Giggity.
Giggity goo. Don't even need to add anything, man. Couple cubes of ice. You put it in there. It's like perfectly, not too much vodka. You get that cherry lemonade or cherry limeade flavor in there with that little bit of vodka. Yeah. It's good stuff.
When you drink White Claw, but she drinks Busch Light. And she's holding a kid. Just give your man card to the nearest man.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel Legends. What is this?
That's going to be a peg warming wave.
Dude, I'm so not interested in this movie.
Yeah. It is the Eternals figures.
Gilgamesh.
Coming. That's going to be a Five Below exclusive wave.
I would bet so.
You're probably correct, sir.
Oh would bet
The surprising one was, I bet Angelina Jolie had something to do with it. Her figure has boobs.
Boy, Angelo has boobs.
Well, they're very restricted, but when you see Angelina, see hers is actually big boobs.
Ah.
Marvel Legends been on a thing here lately where if a female character is curvy, they take those curves away.
Who's that?
That is going to be one of the villains in the movie. The deluxe figure. It's the only people that are supposed to be allowed. They're trying. The entire plot of the movie is to explain why all these super powerful beings never intervened during Thanos.
See, will they ever learn? Like, here you go, right? Like, this is a baseball thing, right? Like, the only reason I give no shits about the team, but it's like, look, man, like, look, she's got boobs, she's holding a ball, she's got a butt with a tail. Like, it's not dirty, but we don't want them like looking like men and shit. Like, no. This is the shit that we put up there, not you know.
It's like the what if Captain Carter the whole what if wave. I don't like period, but Captain Carter's got a dude's body.
Yeah. So wait a minute, hold on. So they're going to do the what if? They are doing a what if wave.
Actually, I think more than likely Disney is forcing people to do this what if wave because Hot Toys is doing it, which is weird.
Oh, that is.
And they got the animated style. Hasbro announced it first, then Hot Toys announced they're doing them too. It's like it's kind of very weird that Hot Toys is going to be doing those. And it's not normally something they do, like cartoon characters.
Well, especially like the animation that we have.
They're forcing it on glass needs.
It's all it's all PC animation. It's not hand drawn, so it's and there is a difference between the two. So I mean, like I watched it backwards. I saw the second one first, and then I watched the first one. And I mean, it was all right, sure, whatever. And I saw the second one.
Chadwick Boseman do the voice of it, but it was terrible. I'm sorry, you're not going to have somebody just talk Thanos out of being evil.
The best part, and I'm sorry, anybody, I'll fight you over this. The best part of that episode was Howard the Duck, because Howard the Duck was sitting there drinking and being Howard the Duck. Like that was the most exciting part of that entire episode.
Well, Howard the Duck is your spirit animal, so I understand that.
Right. I remember the movie, man. That was hilarious, and they've been teasing Howard the Duck.
Basically the first big budget Marvel movie.
Yeah. My little brothers, they'd hate me but they don't watch the show because they don't YouTube. But they would put winter gloves on their feet so it looked like they had flippers, and they'd run around the house.
One of the things that makes zero sense with the second What If episode, why would he even be called Star-Lord?
Yeah.
I understand the comic origins of the name is different from the MCU, but they established in the MCU the name Star-Lord was his mother's nickname for Peter.
Yes. Yep. Exactly.
That's why nobody's ever heard of Star-Lord, because it's just his mom called him Star-Lord.
Mm-hmm. Seth, I had to send it to the other channel's Twitter to get to go through, but it is there, my friend.
I think so.
So, yeah, man. Yeah.
So, that's the thing. And everybody's personality completely changed just because they're around T'Challa. Well, he couldn't talk anybody out doing anything on the Earth. Why would it be different in space? It was a big cop-out. They could have done so much more with T'Challa being the person Yondu picks. And they should have never called him Star-Lord.
No.
Because it made no sense inside the MCU.
Well, I mean, the biggest problem with, and I'm sure you remember the What If comics.
Storylines, but
the What If comics were way better. I mean, it's like, you can't kill a main character, but you can kill him in a What If.
Yeah.
It's a What If. Well, what if the Hulk was taken over by Venom, and all that kind of stuff.
What if the Hulk killed Wolverine?
What if Wolverine killed the Hulk? Exactly. Good stuff. I mean, we had nerd culture that you would have these discussions. It would legitimately be what you saw on Comic Book Man. Like, we would be in high school talking all this crazy shit. It's like, well, what if this happened? What if that, then you kind of get to the series that we have now, and it's like, so like Seth and Tommy, if they've not really read their what ifs, it'd be great to see how they think of it. And like I said, to me, they were just mad. They weren't great. They weren't horrible. It was mad.
Back in the 90s, like I think it was 98, somewhere around there, the what ifs actually kicked off the M2 universe with the introduction of Spider-Girl. That's back in during the Clone Saga when Mary Jane and Peter Parker's child, they decided to have her. Clone Saga was a wreck because too many people got involved. They would listen to too much backlash and they start changing stuff.
Yes,
and storyline, they killed off Peter and Mary's baby.
Yeah.
And the what if is like, what if she lived? And she grew up and took over the mantle of became Spider-Girl. She wore her Uncle Ben's outfit, Ben Riley, which was done really well, and people liked it so much, it started the MT universe, and they started a Spider-Girl run. The MT universe was set in that time, the future of that universe is where all the heroes are older, a lot of them have retired, and people's taking over their places. It was done really well.
Well, it's like you're a big Superman fan. Did you see Brightburn? Because that'd have been a hell of a what if story.
Oh, I never watched Brightburn.
Oh, dude,
I'm tired.
Wasn't it on Netflix?
It might have been.
No. I know what you're talking about. Never mind.
I just don't like the whole. I'm tired of the evil Superman stuff.
I did want to see that. I
trope.
forgot which one that was.
Yeah, Brightburn, dude. I was kind of iffy. And then I watched it because it was something that Moist had talked about. It was real funny because Brandon talked about it with Peabody and myself, and like I hadn't seen it, but Peabody had, and Moist saw it, and he loved it. And I was kind of, I was like, well, I don't know, I'll check it out because it's him as a kid. But what if basically he wasn't good? And it's not that he's not good. I mean, you kind of could see why this would happen and whatnot. But it was really a good, different take of instead of Martha and Kent's finding him, what if this is what happened? So it literally would have been the greatest what if movie ever made.
Well,
if it was a what if.
Basically ripped off by. It's not original by the fact they actually did it in Marvel with the Supreme, the Max series Supreme Power. They did like the thing where the Hyperion was found by the farmers, but the government showed up, took the child, and raised the child with these actors pretending to be his parents. And they were absolutely terrified because, unlike Kryptonians, the Hyperion had all his powers even as a child. So he vaporized, it was a cat or a dog or something like that because it nipped at him as a baby. And it just freaked out the people playing as parents. Terrified them. It's like you see like a burn stain of the animal. It's been done so much. It's
never heard of it before. That's why
it was done really well, written well, and it was drawn by one of my favorite comic artists, Gary Frank. And it was meant for mature readers, for adults to read it. They weren't kiddie books. That's one thing I missed about that. This pre Disney buying Marvel. They had the Max series were explicit content. Then Marvel bought it and ruined everything. I mean, Disney bought Marvel and ruined everything.
Mm-hmm.
The cat deserved it. The cats suck. Mr. Peabody.
I don't like cats.
Cats are dicks.
They're always plotting to kill you.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they are. I mean, come on, man. We've seen the cats versus dogs. The cats are trying to take over the world and enslave humans, and dogs go to save them. Yeah.
Here, I'll be right back. My dog's wanting outside.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Brian Lape, Mr. Channel Dad. I think we should try to plan us a trip to Virginia together, my friend, so that we can be with them when we make Tommy eat sushi. You got some free time in like October? Possibly? Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, I'm not meaning to do it on air, but I don't give a shit. I'm gonna hit you up and maybe check your weekends and stuff, and maybe you and I could roll down and spend the weekend with the boys.
Yep.
Have some sushi if you're down.
Yeah, it might work. We'll have to figure out the details.
Yeah, man. So I was kind of thinking of that today, and I was like, I was going to message you, and I'm like, well, I'll see him on the show tonight, and I'll bring it up on air because it's more fun that way.
That'd be cool. That'd be super cool.
Well, because I can't do, obviously, this month. I can't do next month because I've got Horror Hound and then the puppies, and then I don't have any more puppies due until, like, December. So I was like, well, I'm kind of free in October, and if Leif's free in October, you know, maybe we could, you know, do a weekend and go down and, you know, make Tommy eat sushi.
Yeah. Probably end of October would be perfect.
I was kind of thinking Halloween season-ish, you know, maybe do some shooting.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
I was going to kind of mention this, but, you know, I was trying to do it. So, like, I chainsawed some of the trees that had fallen down, and then I got my workup done, and I'd already had dinner, so slammed my protein shake. I had about 10 minutes, had to deal with the dogs and stuff beforehand. Then Tommy's texting me, where are you at? And I'm like, fool, it ain't 8:30 yet. But I was already logged in. All I had to do was like take my PC out of sleep. And I was already logged in, ready to jump in. And then as you saw, I was, you know, getting all dialed up for the show.
So someone made a video on YouTube of Captain America faces the TVA. You'll have to. I put it in private chats if you want to share it.
The Tennessee Valley Authority?
No, the stupid time variant authority. God, I hate that.
Dude, I will say.
Oh, TGA? I thought he said TVA.
He did. Yeah, time variant authority.
Oh, time variant. Okay.
But if you want to share it, Seth, you can.
Give me a second.
I didn't know you were sharing it.
Might well be careful with that one. We can get copyright struck on that.
Is
Well,
it?
it's a good thing that we're not certified yet.
When you had the mustache. Okay, here we go.
He's gonna kill baby Hitler.
Well, we're gonna pause it for copyright and talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Him holding me on the air.
Steve Rogers, on behalf of the Time Variance Authority, I place you under arrest for crimes against the sacred timeline.
I'm sorry, you're with the who, what now?
Take him in for processing.
In the who, what, when, where? What are you doing?
Wait, this is about that parking ticket, I swear.
Parking ticket.
Phew, thought they'd never leave.
Roger. Variant 58008. You are hereby charged with sequence violation 7654. How do you plead?
I'm sorry, ma'am. That was quite a few numbers you rattled off there.
Wow. That's a great freeze frame.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
What's going on?
You almost caused a Nexus event by trying to kill Hitler before his scheduled death. So, per TVA procedure, you will be tried, and if found guilty, you will be pruned, along with a...
You know, that's one thing that I often wondered. What in the world would you have to go to trial for if they caught you in the middle of doing something?
Well, if you watch this, he goes, has anyone not been found guilty?
The variant timeline.
So if I'm found guilty, I'm...
erased from existence.
Oh, very fun. Just by chance, has anyone ever been found innocent?
No, never.
Interesting. Well, at the risk of jeopardizing my own existence,
kind of looks like
wouldn't
Bucky.
it make more sense to erase the entire timeline immediately instead of wasting a bunch of time and manpower hauling people in here for a mock trial? Seems incredibly inefficient and kind of dumb.
Captain Rogers.
Yeah.
I wonder if we give a shout out, would it still be copyright?
No, because if you like, even if you put in the description where you're playing it from, you should be fine. It's mainly the main reason you would get a copyright is if it's like through Marvel or Sony or like legitimate their shit, they will come after you. But if it's on somebody else's YouTube, like the old ways where you would just kind of give them a shout out, hey, this video is from so and so. You'd put it in if you do the description stuff and all that, you put it in there. And then that was the, hey, I did that. But then they keep changing the damn rules. And
these guys are one of the big, like they have employees and stuff. They're like almost 3 million subscribers.
The Warburn, yeah, they're 2.79 million subscribers.
So then they should be happy that a little channel like us is talking good things about them.
This video is sitting at 483,000 views.
Oh, I did an experiment to see how it would change Brad's comic book unboxings. In the tagging section, I start putting ASMR. Where he's
I noticed that the other day.
And it doubled his views on the
Dang.
So I'm gonna start putting it on all the comic book videos. And I know I've heard some people say like streams and stuff or like where they're chatting, put the ASMR tag on it. So you might want to think about that.
Huh.
Here, I'll do it.
Yeah. I thought you didn't like that kind of stuff. You get all bent out of shape.
I'm fine if I'm doing it.
It's when you do it to him. Right on, brother. Hell yeah. That's funny. Because, I mean, Collector, if we end up making this in October, you'd be able to possibly make it, yeah?
What's that?
For the sushi eating with Tommy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
dude.
I like sushi.
See, the reason
no excuses, Tommy.
The reason I did that video is because there's already a reaction video to it.
Oh, we got to have a camera on Tommy too, especially if he goes to eat wasabi.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy, have you ever had wasabi?
I've smelt it.
What's it smell like?
That was probably 3 years ago.
It's the same family as horseradish.
Yeah.
It's not a pepper. It's horseradish. It's a hotter version of horseradish.
So when you go to Arby's, the horsey sauce, Tommy.
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about.
So don't get a spoonful and put it in my mouth.
No.
Oh yes, do that. So as long as we have it on camera.
Yeah, do it for the views, Tommy.
Oh.
That's when we get to 200. He eats a tablespoonful.
Dude, you know what really makes me mad is that comic book shops have different comics for Free Comic Book Day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I never saw this Judge Dredd book at any of my comic book shops. I went to 3 different ones on Free Comic Book Day.
Pretty sure Brad had them.
Yeah, but he's up like 4 towns over.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't go up there. Because I see it on the unbox. I saw it on the thumbnail for the one on August 5th, Free Comic Book Day unboxing. And I was like, Judge Dredd's got a comic book?
Oh yeah. That's on the front on the title card.
Yeah. So
Judge Dredd usually does it for. They usually do a Judge Dredd for every Free Comic Book Day. It's kind of weird of a comic shop not carry it.
At least you got comic books.
Yeah, but
fuck all.
The comic book
shut down.
And they're gold label. They're required to get it. The Judge Dredd book.
I've never seen it. I looked through and I grabbed what I thought interested me, and then I would have totally got that because I love Judge Dredd movies.
Right.
As bad as it is, I really like the Sylvester Stallone movie.
I don't know, dude. It wasn't bad for its time.
Right.
I liked it for its time. I mean, I'm trying to remember. I know I saw the second one, but the newer one, the reboot, but I can't remember it.
So
I am the Lou.
This part I want to do basically get to know your cast. All right, so we'll go to everyone. What is the best cookie with milk?
Who's going first?
I'll go first. I say not mega stuffed, but double stuffed Oreos.
I thought you were going to do the "Who cares what you think?" Right when you started talking. You had a perfect opportunity, Seth, and you fell asleep. Warm out of the oven, gooey chocolate chip cookies. The rest of you were wrong.
He got excited over the cookie. He's like, "Wait a minute, we're talking cookies? Because we all love cookies here. Let's be honest, right? We all love cookies."
Mine's double stuffed Oreo, not mega stuffed, double stuffed.
Tommy, I'm never allowing you to go first again because you stole my answer.
Are we talking about dipping or just eating with milk?
Either one.
Keebler soft batch cookies after you microwave them for about 30 seconds.
I don't like dipping my cookies.
That's me just eating them. If you take Keebler soft batch, microwave them about 30 seconds, depending on how many you got in your plate. They're like fresh out of the oven. Soft, gooey.
You know, that's what she said.
Man, I don't like soft cookies.
Really?
Yep.
I'll see y'all later.
Now, is a brookie, would you consider that a cookie?
What's that?
That's an Oreo and brownie mix. I mean, not an Oreo, chocolate chip cookie mixed with brownie.
The cookie brownies is what you're talking about.
Yeah, cookie brownies.
No, once you mix the brownie in, it loses the cookie. In my opinion.
But they're so amazing with a glass of milk.
Well, and straight up brownies are raised with a glass of milk too. So
just like cake, dude. Cake is good.
Are you the one that likes the corner pieces or the center piece when it comes to a brownie?
Corner. You like corner or you're fired.
Well, see, here's the thing, Tommy. If you bake them right, all of the brownies taste the same when they're not overbaked.
Tommy wonders why we look at food all the time.
It's a thinker, buddy. It's a thinker. But if you burn brownies, it doesn't matter if you're in the center or the edge. You're fucked. It's burnt. If you do it properly, it'll still be nice and moist. It doesn't matter if you got a corner, a center. Like the correct answer to all you all, because you're all wrong, is the whole fucking pan. That is the correct answer. You eat the whole pan.
That was
not the center, the entire pan.
I have nobody to share brownies with, so I eat the whole tray.
Yeah, bro. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, right? That's why we're well-rounded, bro.
I'm sorry.
Adam, what's your favorite milk and cookies?
Well, see, here's the problem, though. You're talking about store-brand shit. I do homemade cookies, which, hold on, would be the Psychotics recipe I have, which takes 2 sticks of butter or a pound of butter to make, and you do it on a cookie, like the Pampered Chef Stones, and you cook them that way, and they come off and they're super, like, you'd love them, Collector, because they come off and they're super soft, and then I could even make them where they're a little bit harder. Giggity, that's what she said for you, Seth. So you'd have it both ways. But my favorite cookie of all time is like peanut butter. I love peanut butter cookies, homemade peanut butter cookies, dude. But now on the Oreo thing, hold on, the Oreo thing.
Nano Reaper's got a point. The whole pan with ice cream.
Oh yeah, dude. Like the Hacienda, the hot chocolate chip cookie with the ice cream and shit. Yeah, that's good too.
Now, what milk are you using? Are you going to use 2%, 1%, or whole?
What kind of pussy drinks 2%? There is only whole milk.
Yeah,
I drink
buttermilk.
2%.
Clowns, you're in the South.
At least
you gotta be hardcore to do buttermilk.
I love buttermilk.
I've never.
I like it in my
buddy of mine actually trained himself to drink buttermilk. Just he loves spicy food too, so it comes in handy. If you want to go down a spice burn, nothing works better than buttermilk.
So after that wasabi, you're gonna want some buttermilk, Tommy.
Actually, you can actually use soda with horseradish wasabi style heat. It's the pepper is what makes water. Water really bad.
Seth, what's your favorite cookie?
You said it.
Yeah,
double stuffed.
Yeah, I
about
told
you,
you you're
Lake?
never going first. You're never going first again because you.
But Tommy, when it comes to Oreos, I like the heads and tails double stuffed.
What if you take a chocolate Oreo and a peanut butter Oreo, twist them apart, and add them together?
Oh man, see, I'm that fat dude that would take one of each and just put them together, and then there's no separating, bro. There's
you
just
were the kid that got the Lunchables and just made one giant sandwich, wasn't you?
we didn't have Lunchables when I was a kid, Tommy.
Yeah, that's before our generation.
Yeah, by the time they had Lunchables, my
after our
kids
generation.
that you met were eating Lunchables because that's when they came out.
We're before your generation that had Lunchables.
Well, I had a blast from the past. Do y'all remember the plastic pieces that went on the bottom of 2 liters?
Yeah.
The black plastic pieces. I asked my wife; she had no idea what they were.
I don't recall.
2 liters used to come with
A lot
the
of
plastic
people you
piece.
rip them off and use them for like bowls and trays and stuff.
Yeah, they were to help it stand up. I see them every once in a while. They're usually sometimes different colors too. Like Mountain Dew would have a green one, Pepsi would have a blue one, black one would be on a Coca-Cola. RC I think was black, but now they do them differently. I think they do them. I guess they do them taller. I don't know. Well, I think before they were rounded at the bottom. They didn't have that shaped. Now they have that. Was it 5? 4? Yeah.
Because old school ones were rounded, so you couldn't just set the bottle down because it's For you youngins that don't know what we're talking about, or Tommy's wife, where is your wife?
She is laying down with a headache.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that because I was going to say, so Tommy, how's your wife and my kids? But damn, got a headache. Well, I hope she feels better. Seth, how's your wife doing? Even though you're muted,
He's doing daddy duty.
I caught her after.
Probably involves duty.
I would, yeah. He's literally doing the duty. No,
Hopefully he's not gone to it because I got to leave soon. But yeah, I saw a while ago, Mr. Peabody. Yeah, we were talking about something, and Mr. Peabody said this is like, I don't know. He said something in the chat like this is grade school or something. You know, I'm 50. That's what he said. Well,
yeah. Peabody's 50.
Yeah. He's still younger than I am.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. Deranged Lunatic, he's going to be, I think, 61, if I remember right. So he's
nice.
Yeah. He's a good dude, though. I won't out you. I won't out your name, DL, but he's a good dude. He's another buddy of mine on Facebook, and because I seen Raquel jumped in.
All right, Lakeville, what was your cookie?
I already answered. I said gooey chocolate chip cookies hot out of the oven.
Oh,
Now, if you really want to get persnickety, I actually like peanut butter oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, and my wife, she makes them every once in a while. What's nice about it is no one else likes them.
And if you don't have the patience to bake them, you can just take a spoon and the tube and
get salmonella. Yeah.
Well, the new ones are safe. The new ones are actually safe to do.
I don't buy any of that store-bought crap. That's got too many things I can't eat.
Yeah, I like homemade. I'm with Lape on that. Like, no offense, Tommy, but like, I mean, don't get me wrong, dude. Oreos are Oreos, right? Like, they're a good cookie. Like the Keebler striped ones, the fudge stripe. Like, I love those with my coffee. Those were good. But when it comes to a cookie, a real cookie, homemade.
I remember when I was little, I would stick a finger through them, but these fat things ain't gonna go through a little strap cookie no more.
Or even the no bakes, Brian. Those are always good too. The no bakes with the oatmeal and the cocoa powder and the peanut butter.
Yeah,
those are good.
She's made some no bake keto stuff too. It's pretty good.
Yeah. So
the almond flour and all that stuff. So
that's your daughter I'm hearing.
Yes. Yeah,
okay. I thought so. I didn't think it was the wife. I was going to say, hey, make us some cookies. So when I come visit, I have a cookie. Because those sound delicious, Brian. I'm not going to lie. Those sound really good.
So, but hopefully this, I went to brew on Sunday, and I'm missing a part for my grandfather.
Oh, shoot.
So I ordered one. I don't know when it's going to get here. I was hoping to get here by the end of the week, but it's looking like Monday. So I still make something, and then I was looking at ski patrol stuff. I don't know if they're going to have me help. I usually help with the OEC instructor refresher as well, but they haven't asked. But if because that's the same weekend as Warhound, so I'm not going to volunteer. But if someone goes through the old roster and goes, "Oh, he's actually qualified to be an instructor," even though I don't have the certification, I've taught all of the stuff multiple times over the years. But we'll see. Because I actually like the instructor refresher better. I actually learn more. It's like you do the refresher part of it, and it's still in my head. But then, because the way we do things, all the practical, there's 2 very large practical stations, basically. You go around, there's probably a dozen or so at each one. But you have to know all of them because you have to be able to fill in case they get behind or whatever.
Right.
So seeing people do it wrong and correcting and doing leading questions and all that stuff is really helpful for my brain to remember it. But so if that were to happen, I'd figure out how to get whatever beer I make. So we'll see. Hopefully I don't make a disaster. It's going to have to be a little bit quicker. I'm not going to get the secondary. I wanted a 2-week secondary, but I don't know if I'm going to get that now.
Right.
It's best when it's 7 days or 7 to 10 days at most in primary, 2 weeks in secondary, and 2 weeks in the bottle. That's where you get the best conditioning for the homebrew stuff I make.
Yeah.
So, but I've got the honey, I've got all my grains, I've got everything. Hopefully the hops survive. If not, I'll get some more. But yeah, I was tearing the house up. I was looking everywhere on Sunday. Ended up vacuuming and cleaning and a bunch of other stuff just because I was like, oh, this is horrible. But yeah, I remember the last time I made beer, I remember accidentally leaving it out and had it sitting in the our drying rack for the dishes. And I remember it sitting out, and I remember seeing it, and my wife's like, what is this? And I told her, and I thought I put it away, but I looked now, granted, I bet you I'm going to make this beer, I'll put everything away, and like 2 weeks later I'm going to find it and I'll have 2 of these things.
Bro, 2 days late, like you'll get the new one, you'll start using it, and then you'll somehow bump into the old one just because.
Probably while I'm brewing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
that's what
it's
I'm
in
thinking.
a mash station because this thing will keep its heat, whatever temperature I set it at. I just have to recirc and be like, I'll go look for something or hear something, and I'll go, what was that out of the corner of my eye? And it'll just be sitting there.
Huh.
Yeah, it was horrible.
So I got.
It should be a nice pale ale. It's Pilsner malt. First time I used Pilsner malt, but still be an ale. Go ahead, man.
And I do remember. Now Reaper asked if anybody remembered 3-liter sodas.
Yep,
I do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They don't make those anymore.
Nope.
Oh wow.
Okay, a monoblade, lightweight. You can see how fast that is. Very light.
Don't get on a plane with that, though.
Don't forget you got that on. Like Lake said, don't forget you got that on when you go on a plane.
Tommy, click on the bottom link on the bottom chat.
I like to see what happens if you try to hit something harder than a celery stick with it.
Yeah, it's like a little.
It's very flexible.
A little too flexible to be actually practical to use for anything.
Oh yeah, thank you, Franchise 3 TV.
Yeah.
Well, they cut their clothes like in Crocodile Dundee.
I doubt you could actually have an edge on it because it's too flexible.
Yeah, it may not.
Like the only thing that would be good for is like to scare somebody.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, you could just show them your tattoo, man. That'd scare them away.
Or just when they come to mug you, go, you sure they've got a pretty mouth. Got them dainty little features. Takes a while, but I can do a pretty good sling blade, but it hurts my throat, so I'm not going to even try. It takes a little while to get in that mindset to do it. It's hard to turn it off.
That's what she said.
Mustard and biscuit.
At the haunted house they have in Salem, in that field. What is it? They haven't had it, I guess, a couple of years because of COVID. But I start channeling Sling Blade, and the people in the costumes, I was scaring them.
I like them French potatoes.
French fried taters.
Yeah, it's like I don't like going to my family like when it was like haunted houses. They don't scare me at all, and my family's all hiding behind me. And it's like everybody jumps out. It's like, and I can see them in the corn stalks and stuff like that. And I'm like, hey,
Sling Blade is just a dark version of Forrest Gump.
I can see that.
Yeah, probably a more realistic version of Forrest Gump. It's more likely a more realistic version of Forrest Gump because I don't think Forrest would actually really accomplish that much.
Mm.
I was installing a upgrade kit for one of the figures. And I have the matching one here, which I want to install one off camera so I know how to do it. So when I do the other one, I'll film it. I'll put that on my channel.
What's an install kit?
It's a upgrade kit, like it replaces the feet. See how on the white one? See how like boxy and hollow they are? And these are made to transform and look like the back of the van. So you can twist it around, close it up, and the heels that they have on it makes the back bumper for the van.
Ah.
So, actually nice little kits.
Huh.
I've put quite a few kits on these vans. I probably have more money in the kits than I paid for the van.
Dang. There was a bunch of Transformers toys at that Star City Comics shop that I went to last weekend.
Their mainline Transformers right now are probably the best ones they've ever made. They're like smaller versions of Masterpiece figures, and especially if you put like a few upgrade kits on them. If they need them, not all of them need them.
Oh.
They're really nice. If the mainline figures look like they do now, when I started collecting Masterpiece, I would never start collecting Masterpiece because they look that nice. Those Masterpieces are expensive.
I'm not much.
Costume change.
What?
Costume change.
I had to take care of some stuff on the floor, and I had this underneath the shirt, and I had it unbuttoned for a bit, and then I was like, all right, here we go. It's a little bit cooler this way, you know. I just can't get the hat and the shirt together, you know.
That's enough before we get struck.
Yeah, there we go. That's right. Well, it's all right if we do the black Superman, though, right? So it's got to have a little wicket, and then we'd be all right. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yep.
It's been like on social media, they're going to be turning Jonathan Kent, Superman's son, Lois and Superman's son, gay.
I heard that. Same with Jason Todd. Or
No, Tim Drake.
Tim Drake, that's
Tim
right.
Drake, yeah, they turned him bisexual because, you know. Well, you know, this goes off ETEP, though. He does say that all the women in Gotham are lesbians. So, I mean, you know, he's got to put it somewhere, right?
Well, on the CW they are, but
yeah, exactly. That's that's the whole, you know, the Batwoman.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been the running gag there. I said the same thing though. I was like, yeah, well, I mean, you know, if all the women in Gotham are gay in the CW,
all the Robins have been well established to be heterosexual.
I know, dude. It's just this new bullshit that we're stuck with. That everything has to be gay or everything has to be.
What's even perverse? I guarantee you the fact that they're making Jonathan Kent gay because he was best buddies with Damien when he was a kid.
So I picked this up on Free Comic Book Day, the King Shark, and they've got a sneak peek of the Suicide Squad get Joker, and Jason Todd, the Red Hood, is going to be joining the Suicide Squad.
Why?
To go after the Joker.
Is he going? Oh, he's just going to be working with the Suicide Squad. It's like,
yeah,
he shouldn't be in the Suicide Squad because he's. Well, he does kill people.
He's in jail here. Amanda Waller's trying to get to him. In the story, it's like an introduction. And so,
yeah, that would never happen because Batman would never allow Waller to get access to one of his Bat people.
I'd like to know how he got into jail.
Yeah, it'd be kind of hard to catch somebody trained by Batman like that in that universe.
Right.
Plus, somebody who doesn't have as much moral compass to not to kill bad people or people trying to harm him.
Well, I mean, think about it. He did die, and they put him back in the Lazarus pit and brought him back. So yeah, exactly. I mean, like he's not going to be of right mind. I mean,
that's one of the cool things they did with the animated movie with Under the Red Hood.
Yeah,
Jensen Ackles, or how to pronounce his name, from Supernatural. He did the voice for the Red Hood. Now in the reboot to DC movies, he's doing the voice for Batman.
Huh.
So
I think if they actually was going to recast Batman, he'd make a good choice.
did King Shark ever face off against Aquaman?
Probably.
They said so. They made a reference to it in the movie.
Because I'm trying to find a comic book where he actually faced him, or even a video clip, and I can't find one.
Well, his first appearance was fighting Superboy in Hawaii.
I think what pissed me off the most was that the Flash had a better King Shark in it than the movie.
Yeah.
Because the Flash King Shark was the bomb. I mean, this one was all right, but
this one had like the dad vibe.
Well, it was Stallone. I mean, after all those concussions, it's about the best acting he could do. Burn. But I'm a Stallone fan. I can say it. I love the Expendable movies. And the Rocky movies and the Rambo movies. So I am a Stallone fan, even over the top. But
Dude,
it was a good joke.
That's one thing I've never seen is the Expendable movies.
They're fun. Yeah, they're fun.
The third one was a little weak, but
it was.
But it's still enjoyable.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'll watch those over the crap we've been getting the last couple of years any day.
Oh yeah.
Well, hey guys, I got to get going. I'll see
All
you
right,
next
Brian.
week.
I'll send you a text later to remind you to check your calendar, and we'll try to plot that out, man. Then we'll get with the guys and see what we can do, man. But if you can, that'd be great, bro.
All right, man.
Aloha.
Plug anything?
All right, Papa Late. Take care, brother.
Hopefully I'm going to be doing some more beer reviews soon. Stone's got I think it's 20th or 25th anniversary. I can't remember. Triple IPA. I'm going to have to check out. It's like 12.5%. I think it's even in cans. Even they got a couple other stuff coming out. Some other ones. I told my daughter, said, "Yep, we're gonna have to do some more before you go to school."
Cool.
At the end of the month. So,
All right. Well, I'll put your link in the description section. So.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. And yeah, apparently though my supplement reviews are the ones that are bringing in all the views. So that and Elizabeth Hurley in a bikini.
Well, I mean, come on, it's Elizabeth Hurley in a freaking bikini, bro.
I know. She looks better than I do. All right.
She looks better than the whole panel does, bro.
Enough said. See you guys.
Later, bro.
I'm offended by that.
It's okay. It's Elizabeth Hurley. I'm damn near drink her bathwater. Damn near.
Yeah, I agree with franchise history TV. It's like Ankles. Jensen Ankles should have been the Red Hood in the live action movie 10 years ago.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. He actually likes the character. He actually had his own costume made. He likes the Red Hood. And it's a professional level outfit.
Yeah, so it'd be fully functional.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's I've been playing around with some upgrade kits. I got some. Oh, where you at? They're downstairs. I got some shipment in today from Hasbro Pulse of Red Alert for Kingdom. They were actually his Earth mode, Lamborghini and Countach. It's supposed to be a Walgreens exclusive. The Walgreens never got them. And Hasbro Pulse start doing, after a certain amount of time, they call them partner exclusives. You can go to Hasbro Pulse and order those exclusives you never saw in the store.
Okay.
So hopefully they'll do that with Quasar and Nova from Marvel Legends. Those were supposed to be Walgreens exclusives, and they never showed up. They're probably sitting on a boat, on the shipping container in a boat outside the port of California that nobody's unloading. Now, the Valverse from Action Force, all their stuff got delayed because the bigger companies outbid everybody, all the smaller companies, for shipping container space. So everybody's stuff got bumped back, the smaller guys. So I'd love to get my Action Force Sergeant Slaughter before November, because there's a Retro Toy Con in South Carolina. It's a big one. It's a 2-day event. And Slaughter's going to be there. I'd love to get like him to sign one.
Oh, hell yeah.
He followed me on Twitter.
Oh, nice.
Or whoever's running his social media account.
I was watching, like I was telling you, dude, this is the funny part, right? So you're talking to Slaughter. It was the Slaughter, Sergeant Slaughter on G.I. Joe that I'd been watching recently. Because it was when he, was on the cartoon. And so I was just like, oh, my God. So, yeah.
He did the voice for the show.
Yeah, he did.
He left the WWE to sign a contract with Hasbro to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
or WWF at the time. I miss it being called WWF.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is. That's how I look at it. It's WWF. The WWE shit. WWF was the way to go. Hell, I was watching from 1970s a WWF off of YouTube video watching. I had Superstar Billy Graham, the old school guy, and I was thoroughly enjoying the shit out of it. I tried watching the new stuff, and it's just like, no.
The E stands for X-Lax now. Not entertainment.
That's for damn sure. Yeah, it was more fun back then. But then again, we had the Monday Night Wars and that was the best time to be a wrestling fan because you got so much wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
WWF.
I'd record one, watch the other one, then I'd still go back and forth. And
shit, bro. I'd watch the first, how did it work out? Like, you could watch the first hour of WCW and then watch Monday Night Raw. And then when you turn back, you'd catch the second and third hour of WCW.
Now, the thing I didn't like that WCW started doing at the end when they got desperate, since they had it switched Raw to be pre-recorded, they started giving away matches.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was just cheap. And they made fun of Mick Foley for getting the championship.
Yeah. If you're gonna turn channels, Mick Foley. But it was funny because they did that, so many people did actually turn, and they lost numbers on that one. In the in the documentaries that I've seen, they talked about that stuff. But being a wrestling fan back in that genre, I don't think we've ever had that, even today's standards, right? With what is it, AEW? Because I don't watch AEW, but I know a bunch of WWEF guys are over there now. So they're thinking that Vince might have his fingers in that. But you had ECW, WCW, WWF, and then eventually, what was it, TNA, TNT. So we had so many different wrestling brands out there, and so much that you could consume and enjoy. If you weren't an ECW guy, that's fine, because some people weren't. They weren't an Extreme Championship Wrestling kind of person. But we came from the old school, from Smoky Rocky Mountains and TBS having a bunch of different stuff before really WCW. Even I remember all those.
My sister was a fan of the that Smoky Mountain Rocket with the Rock and Roll Express, Ric Flair, Sting, and all that. I never got into wrestling until early '90s when the Undertaker really hit the scene. Then when really became a fan once Austin hit.
Oh, I've been a fan from the
Austin
80s on,
stayed the WWE.
Yeah. I was a Savage fan, not a Hogan fan. Like I was a Savage guy, but I mean, I remember all that stuff. I mean, I watched it. I spent enough times in the hospitals and whatnot, and wrestling beyond Saturday Night Main Event, and they had the Sunday shows, and all that stuff through the '80s, and then and then into the '90s, and then my kids loved wrestling. I have a picture somewhere of my oldest Brendan holding an NWO shirt, and in the background, Hulk Hogan's on the TV. He got to meet The Undertaker, which was really cool. That's the one thing about Mark Calloway, right? Like, they came to Notre Dame, and they were doing an event. And I had on my biker boots, and you remember they used to have the metal gates around the fencing? So, I had my feet in there, and I was holding Brendan out, and The Undertaker was walking up, and he stopped, and he saw him, and he came back, and he shook his hand. So, the first wrestler he ever got to shake hands with, and, what was The Undertaker, and Brendan loved Bret Hart. Like, he had one of the little wrestling Bret Harts and stuff, so he really liked Bret Hart. And then when the Austin phase kicked in, he liked Austin.
It was me, Austin. Me all alone.
So, but yeah, I mean, my kids all watched wrestling and imitated it, and they had the wrestling buddy pillows and all that stuff. So yeah.
Oh, I forgot about those. Like the body slam the pillow.
Mm-hmm.
I had the Macho Man and the Hulk Hogan one.
Ooh, yeah.
Did they get buried in the yard?
Man. Huh?
Did they get buried in the yard?
No.
The toys that weren't supposed to get buried in the yard?
Oh, God, dude. I would have died. What's up, Justin?
Just having a glass of whiskey to celebrate your milestone.
Hey,
what's up, podcasting dead mofo? How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. Just living life. Yeah, just drinking whiskey and working my ass off. The American dream.
That's your white privilege, bro.
I know. Like, when you're born, they're like, all right, here you go, man. Here's your job. Here's your career. And here's your bottle of whiskey. I remember that day very well. I was about a minute old.
Complimentary
It was a good time. I like your hat.
Thank you.
And your shirt. I mean, that's America AF.
That's what I go for, man. It's half of it's Seth's fault because he's a good influence and a horrible influence sometimes because he lets me do what I want. But I got bored with it. Like, I don't mind the Blues Brothers theme. Like, it was great for the show. And then when I decided, I was like, man, I got something fun I'm going to do, Seth. And I wouldn't tell him. And then when I did it, then he liked it. So I was like, okay, when I did the United States champ, the men's room United States champ, I was like, you know what? This will be fun. This is for us. Because we're so American here that my thing's falling down. And the Joker's not happy about it. He's kicking shit at me. But, this was a $35, $40 China belt, man. And I just bought the damn mailbox stickers and did it up, man. I did it the way you do it in America. Mailbox stickers. All you need is
an American canned
United
Budweiser.
States champion, baby. So
it's a Florida man belt.
So heck yeah. I was like, you know what? This'll work. So I went with it. So when I go to Horror Hound and there's all these huge ass YouTube channels, I'm gonna go troll the hell out of World Class Bullshitters. I'm good friends with all the guys. I'm gonna be like, yeah, see, ours is better. We rule.
I gotta get that.
I've got to find this. I want it.
Did they make this? Has it already been released?
Yeah.
It's WWE Legends 11 revealed.
Yep. They made a couple savage ones. The part that kills me is because
I've seen Big John Studd at Target.
Yeah.
No,
Dude, he's holding the coffee creamer.
The cream.
The cream always.
You just kept pulling those coffee creamers out of nowhere too. Like, where are you storing all these coffee creamers?
He put it in Mean Gene's jacket pocket.
Is that where it was getting them from?
Yeah, that's where he pulled it out of.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, I saw the Big John stud, so the wave's actually hitting stores.
I guess.
Oh shit! I gotta find that.
Yeah, dude. I definitely
actually
want
stared at the Big John stud because man, I was looking at it. That's a huge figure. That's a new body.
Yeah. Well, in Bigelow, that's the thing. Like one of the first live events, I saw Paul Orndorff. Rest in peace because he just recently passed. Bam Bam Bigelow, like that was the first bit.
Bigelow is a honest to goodness hero too. He got third degree burns pulling people out of a house fire.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
I never heard about that.
It's one of the things that caused his demise too. He got on painkillers bad after that.
Oh gosh.
The Wolf Pack, baby.
Now people were complaining about the head sculpt on Scott Hall.
I love Scott.
I mean, it does look kind of.
It is off.
It don't look like Scott Hall.
No, that's
a baby face.
That's not the Scott Hall I remember.
Well, I know a lot of people were talking about trying to find an older Scott Hall figure and swap the head.
Well, remember, in that figure, he's not drunk. I had to. I love the man too. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me get rid of this.
Oh, his days of Razor Ramon on the WWF. When he was feuding with Goldust, it's like, oh man, kick the shit out of this dude.
Bro, when the 1-2-3 Kid pinned his ass on that Monday Night Raw, like you never wanted to miss a Monday Night Raw again. And that was old school Monday Night Raw at the Garden.
I think that's a new buck for the Big John stud figure. It's big. Big torso type thing.
Well, they're launching that new NWL red and black belt, and it's badass, but it's like $400 and some odd. And then the cheap version one from China just looks like shit.
I would assume the little creamer is probably made into the hand, so he won't lose it.
There you go.
Yeah, it is. It's one of his interchangeable hands.
Why is Tommy being so quiet? Is he studying up on his Walking Dead knowledge?
It's all Mary. It's all Mary.
He's going to try to find out Mary.
Murray.
Mm-hmm. You know it, man. You know it. Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yep. I found the guy that made them. So part of ETEP's little present was I had one, he's got one, and little ETEP's got one as well, a little tray. But I got him a red and because I was like, it'd be cool to get 3 red ones, but then with a kid, right? So I gave him a red one and a white one. And but I got a guy in PA that does the embroidery. So I mean, it's legitimate, embroidered. It's not a sticker.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the guy I thought might do some of our men's room stuff if we ever get our asses together in a meeting and figure out what we're going to do.
I've got a freaking cricket. I need to learn how to use.
Swag already.
What's a cricket?
It's how you make like vinyl stickers and stuff like that.
I had the men's room car in the driveway that I was working on.
That's some dedication.
Yo, what's up, Ola Greg? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, OG. What's up, OG? My fine friend from the great state of.
So to redeem myself, there is a character in the comics and in the show named Mary.
Yeah, she was the terminus.
Yeah.
But she certainly was not in the room that got blown up, and she wasn't
true.
black.
Did you hear his bullshit excuse from earlier by chance?
No.
He was all like, oh, I was watching Son of Anarchy and some other show, and I'm like, Sons of Anarchy ended a while ago, man. I'm like, no.
This was part of season 1 through 4, which Sons of Anarchy was still on during them.
I mean, hey Tommy, I was also watching Sons of Anarchy as it aired while watching The Walking Dead, and I still didn't think that Jackie was white, or that her name was Mary,
or her name was
or
Mary.
that she had blonde hair.
When Seth texted that to me, I was so confused. I'm like, the fuck? I was already in bed. Like, I missed the show because I was passed out because I'd done Comic-Con. And it's just like, yeah, I got back and I was like, no. After drinking with ETEP, and I don't drink much, and I was the sober driver. So, like, we got there. We ended up doing 3 shots, and then I hadn't drank anything the rest of the night. So I was like, if I got to drive, like, I can drive, but I will definitely be the sober driver. I was like, if we're gonna do shots, like we got there right away at 11, did the shots, and then we didn't leave till 3. So I'm like, I'll be fine, because that's all I had to drink were the 3 shots. But I killed the little boys because I'm the old guy, I'm the late of the bunch, and
speaking of which,
he got this shot that was it had Crown in it and something else, and it was real sweet. And I'm like, all right, and then ETEP, he went and got some New York shot or something, and it was real sweet. And I'm sitting there being me, the old man, and I'm like, well, they're not going to have Gas Monkey tequila because they didn't. And both of them were like, they were like cinnamon and tequila, no. And I'm like, pussies. So I'm like, all right, well, what about, I don't know what, Buttery Nipple, Crown Royal, but I'm like, nah, man, 4 Horsemen. We're doing a 4 Horsemen shot because I'm a whiskey guy,
What's that? Jack, Jim,
Johnny, and Jose usually.
Yeah, I haven't done one of those since my 20s.
Yeah, well, shit, dude, I'll be 46 in a couple weeks, and I don't drink that often because I'm not supposed to. But I was like, you know what? 4 Horsemen. And then I had to explain to them why. Because I was like, you boys better go get some chaser. I've been drinking water.
You know? Mexico.
I'm like, that's it, water. Well, I told him, I was like, we all met because of YouTube, and the 3 of us are here. And I'm like, the 4th Horseman are for those that we had lost. Brandon Moist, Adam Wilcox, all the people that we have recently lost. And I was like, salute. And that's the shot that we did. And I said, plus you little pussies need to learn how to drink like a man. And, so then they all giggled and whatnot. We had a great time. A whole lot of fun was had. Yeah, man, it was a lot of fun. I barred in my 20s. I haven't been to a bar in like 15, almost 20 years. So it was a whole lot of fun for me.
I go to breweries.
Yeah.
It's less fights.
Yeah.
And fewer X's.
Well, bro, as you know, and then once you got kids and a life and responsibilities, like you don't need all that headache.
No, and craft beer is so expensive, I can't afford to get drunk. So, I go in there and have like 1 beer, and I'm like, Jesus.
I don't like craft beer.
Oh, I didn't, but it grew on me, man. I still don't like IPAs and dark stuff, but I mean, like, I love a pale ale or an amber ale or.
You racist! How dare you? There's nothing wrong with Amberbach.
Amber what?
Amberbach.
Who's Amberbach?
Did you get that link I sent you?
Oh.
The Walmart one?
Private chat, yeah. It's the Macho Man figure.
Oh, 46. Dang.
It's the cheapest I found it.
Buy this. I got a CJP tomorrow night. We have to bring Tracy Lawrence and Tracy Bird on stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're playing at the Carrington down here, so we're going to be like live outside and doing giveaways, and then we're going to go on stage and throw shirts to anybody who flashes us.
Right.
Come on, Grandma, let's see them. All right, now pick them up off the floor so I can see them.
All right, roll them back up.
Yeah,
as the great Ron White said, could be an old woman in her 90s. You want to see my boobies? Yes, I do. Roll that shit on back up, man.
He said when you see one, you want to see the rest.
You ever heard Rodney Carrington's Show Them to Me?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think so.
He says, hey, if you're a fat man, I'm a tit fan. Show yours, too.
Show me.
Dusty live. He was a lot of fun live.
I'd love to have seen him. He kind of. I tell you what, though, it's really sad if you watch his Netflix special he did like last year because it's not funny, and he's clearly like going through like a midlife crisis, and I just really felt bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
The hell is that?
Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes. American Dream.
I thought it was like a Confederate supervillain or something.
Vince McMahon hated Dusty Rhodes. That's why he dressed him up in those ridiculous outfits.
That does suck. It's Dusty Rhodes, King Corbin.
Oh, yeah, like the yellow polka dot one too.
Oh yeah, the polka dots with Sable. Yeah. Yeah.
It's all because Vince McMahon's a dick.
Well,
y'all need to calm the hell down.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah, We'll be doing some store hunting, try to find this Macho Man.
I'm telling you, just order them off that's the Walmart link.
It's the same price on Amazon too.
Okay.
No, that there.
I'm still looking for that blue power.
It's over double what's the retail price is what kills.
Yeah, that's what kills me.
It's a brand new figure. It's just now hitting stores.
Yep.
Is it? Where is it? Where is it? Like a exclusive somewhere?
No, it's just standard retail line figure. But I just saw them restock those at Target not too long ago, and I saw the Big John Stud same wave. It caught my attention because I know they've never done Big John Stud, and it's a new body. I sit there like customizer in my head, sitting there like, is there something I can make out of that? I was like, no, I don't need to buy more fodder. I should have looked at Macho Man was probably on the damn pegs right behind him.
Probably. Oh my God, Tommy, where are you at?
He's studying. He's like, the main character's name.
All right, watch it. Watch it. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh. The dude landing behind him didn't land too much softer. Just the camera's too out of position.
Wham!
Boom!
Yeah.
It's like me hyping myself up to go hit on a girl, and then like, what happens after I hit on her? You got this. You got this. Oh shit, I ain't got this.
Oh man, hey, we're all talking about getting together in end of October. Justin, if you're free.
Where are you gonna get together at?
Probably up here.
Okay, I was say I'm not flying to Brian Lape's house, but I mean I could probably come up to Roanoke.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna work with him to see what his schedule is. I can make the drive. It's 10 hours, but that's a hell of a run on your own. Like the last time I came, my daughter came with me, so I wasn't by myself, and I don't have a problem doing it. I'd be able to make it, but I'd be exhausted. But I figured
we gotta make Tommy eat sushi.
Yep.
I'll do some California rolls, but that's about the furthest I'll go with sushi.
Why, you don't like no tuna?
I like, processed tuna.
I want to try
raw.
I want to try some southern sushi. Get me some get some sushi, to batter dip it and deep fry it.
Never had. I don't think that would make
that's my made up thing. I want to try it. You better deep fry anything; it's going to be good.
Yeah, if there's one thing we like to do in the South, it's deep fry stuff. We'll deep fry our food, our pets, our drugs. You drop it in a deep fryer, it's gonna get better.
I used to have an old Buick. I'd say I'd better dip deep fry Buick. I'd probably eat it.
A deep fried what?
Buick.
Oh, a Buick. Okay.
Yeah.
You let me know when y'all do that, Seth, so I can plan. I'll plan to come up there and get a hike in before I come, so I'll be all nice and sweaty and stinky for you when I see you. But I can't go to Roanoke and not climb one of your mountains because we have none here. So when I go, to Roanoke,
plus we have to work it out. Let me know, and I want to go too.
Well, we have to get to work on it because we don't actually have mountains around here too. We got hills.
Where are you from?
He's just up the street from me.
From where?
I'm only about half an hour from Southwest American. But I will say, we only have rolling hills around here. We don't really have mountains here.
There's some mountains.
No, they don't meet the elevation to meet mountains.
We got poor mountains.
It's a pour, it's not actually a mountain.
Whatever.
I grew up in the bottom of a valley, so I had to look up to see the sky.
I'm on a mountain right now. And I have great vantage points.
Your mountain, you won't die if you go off the road there. The mountains I'm used to, if you go off the side of the road, there's no curve. You roll down the mountain.
Whatever, man. Hey, let me tell you, my dad almost died. The brakes went out on a '67 Chevelle, and he just had to jump out. That was rough.
Especially being the 67 Chevelle. Damn, that's what I lost.
Yeah, that was real sad. That was real sad.
Unless it wasn't his, then
No, it was his. It was a convertible too.
Oh.
Yep. See if I can find pictures of it. Looked like a V.
Before or after the wreck?
After. It landed on the front bumper and grill. Yeah. It was rough. Definitely hurt. Jiminy Crickets. This is for.
Are you sure it didn't tickle a little?
I don't think so.
I think I need to go back to all my customizing tutorials. I did an experiment earlier too. I was talking about putting that acronym. I put it on my older customizing tutorials. I got more views.
What are you talking about?
ASMR.
Oh, ASMR. Oh, yeah.
So I got Dremels on and stuff like that.
Apparently, Justin, if you put ASMR on your on like a hashtag, you can like drum up a lot more audience.
You can actually put in the tag section down too, lower in the video, like we put more.
So even if there's no ASMR?
Well, I mean, talking technically qualifies in ASMR.
I heard like one podcaster talking about like he calls it ASMR just being a stream like this. They're like, huh. Wonder if I happen to put that in I put that for mine on the channel. He does comic book unboxings. You get that peeling the tape, cutting the tape, going through the bubble wrap. So I'm gonna put ASMR on. We do 2 comic book unboxings a week. One for Diamond Distribution, does Marvel, Independent Comics, Image, and all that. And we got Lunar, does DC. The DC one I published first the day before. Didn't put the tag on it. 27 views. The one I put ASMR on it, 52.
Almost doubled.
And
I should start hashtagging porn on mine. And then it's going to be really deceiving. I'll put a hot girl on the thumbnail and it pops up and it's just JP and I. Who's ready for the corn?
It'd probably work.
Did you see where OnlyFans is banning pornography?
Now, see, there was a rumor for a hot minute that it was going to go away, and then they were like, no, and then now it's going away.
Now it's officially confirmed. They're going to allow you to show your junk. You just can't show your junk with someone else's junk.
You can't show it in use.
Right.
Oh, see, I thought it was like somebody said you couldn't do like gross
It's basically you do like old school Playboy shots.
You know why they're doing that? Because they're not really getting the funding they thought they would from like advertisers, because surprise, surprise, not many businesses want to advertise on a porn site, so they're doing that in hopes of getting more advertisers. I know that because I read an article about it on the radio this morning.
Yeah, you read an article about it on the radio this morning?
Hmm?
Yeah, just works in radio.
Oh, I'm old. I was thinking radio.
Oh no, I was talking
like,
about it on the
I forgot about internet radio. I was like, what the heck? How you read on the radio?
Yeah, it was
I'm old, man.
on the radio.
On the radio.
You get them newfangled machines. Beep.
They got buttons.
They got the buttons.
He does
and
cool
knobby
stuff.
things.
Like in an actual studio that I've been to. Well, maybe not that studio.
Yeah, you
but-
haven't been to the station that I'm at now, but you were at the old, which I'm still on that station. I just do it from the new station or home. Fun times. Ow.
Yeah. Transmission was like brand new, and it like drug you like the pan drug.
There's a sex joke in that picture, but I'm gonna leave it unsaid in case your mom's watching.
She was a little while ago.
Hi, Miss Scott.
Yeah, dude, that was rough, dude. Oof. But, yep, that car's pretty cool. But yeah, anyway, somebody is super loud.
Is it like a electric motor?
I think Tommy turned on a fan.
I've had a fan on the entire time.
Yeah, but I just recently heard it.
Did it stop when I muted myself?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is because I mean, well, I do know because I have a refrigerator and a dehumidifier over there, and my air handler sitting right there.
Man,
but
dude, your mic is super strong, man. Well,
I was gonna say, but it
obviously.
shouldn't be. I mean, I go on the radio with this thing every
Hey,
day, and
sure
it
it's
doesn't
not
pick up
mine?
anything.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, it's. Well, no, he just muted it and went away. But I'm just saying, I'm. That's cool that your mic picks up like that far away.
From a sound engineer standpoint, it is certainly not.
Well, right. But
let's take that down. Yeah, well, my Red Bull fridge started making this really weird, obnoxious sound right before I came over here. And I was like, please, I don't know anybody that works on refrigerators. Don't die on me. I have so much beer in there.
I would like to get a mini fridge.
I've got you came to the studio at my house. I've got a Red Bull can refrigerator too. So I've got a big Red Bull fridge with like the glass front. It's almost as tall as I am. And like you can, and then in the living room part of the man cave, I've got it's a Red Bull can. It's a giant Red Bull can, but it's a refrigerator. Like you open the top and you can put drinks down in it. And if you unplug it, it'll continue to run for 8 hours. It's like it charges itself. If I was having a gathering or something, I could take it outside and just leave it unplugged and it would continue to cool.
That's cool.
Yep. The day they die, I'm going to be very, very sad. And I don't even drink Red Bull like that, but they were cool looking.
Huh. I'm trying to think, do I have any friends that work on refrigerators? Because, that would be a cool, a good friend to have.
I got to work on everything. I got to replace my hot water heater. I got to fix my fridge. I just dropped my golf cart off at the golf cart place, and they're not going to get to it for.
You got a golf cart too?
Mm-hmm.
I just acquired a golf cart.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Welcome to the club. I live on a hill. Man, that's pretty much all I do with mine is I just go around the front yard, get on the hill, and just fly down to the bottom yard.
So my driveway is a collective driveway with my dad and my uncle. And so it's one main driveway into the top of the hill where we all live, and then it branches off. Well, my driveway is the first one, so there's a berm built up. How many times I've slid my golf cart around because it's all gravel.
Oh yeah.
So I come flying down my driveway, slam the brakes, and just drift.
You just go drifting.
But it doesn't run for crap. So realistically, I'm only it's the weight of the golf cart on the gravel.
I got to get the bushings on mine replaced, and then I'm gonna get the bushings replaced. I'm gonna get it repainted, and I've got a ton of parts I ordered for it, like a brush guard and a grab bar and armrests.
Nice.
I'm trying to see. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it with the light.
Just send it to me on Facebook Messenger.
Oh yeah. Let's see. All right, Facebook Messenger. Seth Scott. Where's it at?
Oh crap!
Where did you go?
Plug me phone.
Dude, I work in the HVAC business, and my phone is nothing but pictures of undersides of people's houses and generators. Where did it go? I had to have just passed it.
Don't you hate trying to send stuff and it's never the person you want to send it to is never at the top?
Well, and it's the pictures. I just took that picture yesterday. Okay, there it is. Because I which one's yours?
The back one.
Very nice. Oh,
No, it's crap, but it just gets the job done.
that's mine.
All right.
Sending to you now. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get it repainted. And
Dude, that's rad.
sit next to the John Deere.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it repainted. Put the brush guard on the back armrests. I don't think it needs to be aligned. I just think it needs new bushings. And I think that's it. Just replace the batteries.
Now, is yours electric or gas?
It's electric.
Okay.
Boogie woogie woogie. Yeah, because where I go at Ocean Lakes, you can't have gas-powered golf carts in there, so they have to be electric.
That sucks.
Yeah, but it's fun. That thing right there, it's tough. I mean,
hey, Tommy.
Yes.
Look at the screen.
There's my piece of junk.
Now Seth has got to see mine. Well, my family.
Yeah, dude, Tommy, shut up. You get your measuring, your wiener measuring going on over here.
Hey, just challenge him to a Walking Dead contest. And you can flex on him.
Dude, Tommy's dad yanked the motor out of his golf cart and put a 670 Predator motor in it.
Holy crap.
Dude, it's freaking gnarly.
How does it not get airborne as light as
It
those things
It
are?
wheelies every time you hit the gas.
So Tommy, the way it sounds in my time getting to know Tommy, it sounds like him and I guess his dad can take anything and make it really fast.
They're into like drag racing and stuff. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I like that. I never got that.
Didn't you have another one?
That's
Tommy?
the rough draft. The other one, I don't know what happened, but it just got really pixeled. So I'm reworking on that.
I like that a lot. Shoot, we'll make that our profile picture.
I had to send Seth to send to you.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Sweet. I meant to ask you to send it to me the other night. But dude, yeah. I love golf cart because like we live, it's like a retirement community up here. Between my house, my dad's, my uncle, and my grandpa, like we all just ride our golf carts everywhere.
That's the way to go, man. All right.
Cause it's like it's not far to walk to my dad's house, but like to walk to my uncle's house, it's up like a steep hill. So like it really sucks to walk up it. And you don't want
golf cart gas powered?
Yeah.
Like is it got more power? I mean, what's that? I honestly don't remember the last time I rode a gas powered golf cart. What's the difference?
The electric has more first acceleration. Like they accelerate a lot faster.
Right. They have a lot more acceleration, quicker acceleration. I don't know what the pros and cons to a gas powered.
I guess if you run out of gas, you just put gas in it, and then when it comes to electric, you're sitting there a while.
We at Ocean Lakes, you're only allowed the golf carts they rent out top out at 10 miles an hour. This one will top out at like 25.
Nice.
So it's like you got when you first pull in, you go through the main gate and you keep going, and there's like this big speedometer that tells you how fast you're going. And it's funny because you'll see all these golf carts going by it. Like my friend said, they were sitting there at the thing and they saw like, and then it was like, it's like a black blur just shot by. Damn.
I've had a problem with mine because like the steering linkage, I guess it's the pitman arm that goes from the steering column to like the actual steering mechanism. It's wore out completely. So like you'll be going down a road and all of a sudden it'll just dart.
It's not dangerous at all.
Yo, dude, it's awful. So like
you'd be riding on like a hill and it's just like whoop.
But it only does it for like just like a little bit, like, you know, you're going down a road and all of a sudden it's like zoop. You're kind of like trying to counter steer into it.
Bye, Adam.
Yep, I'm gonna take off, guys. I got storms that are starting to hit in, man. I got lightning and I can hear it coming. So I'm going to bounce my friends before I lose power, but it's been a blast. Congrats to the 101 subs. We finally did it. Yay! So, but till the next one, Justin, take care. Collector,
Thunder Buddy?
I'll miss you next Friday, my friend, but have fun. Tommy, Seth, love you guys. See you next week, everybody.
See you, man.
See ya.
But yeah, dude, golf karting, so much fun.
Oh man, we love it. Actually, you know what's bad is Matt that had been on my Patreon a few weeks back. Him and I did this whole podcast last night, and my software froze up and I lost it. And it was so good. We talked about our beach vacation and how he got drunk, and these little like teenage, douchey teenage kids were like, "Hey, can we get a ride?" I would have just kept going by them, but Matt stopped and picked them up, and then it was hilarious. Like, he got lost, and the kids thought he was like purposely not taking them to their house, and I kept saying, "Matt, turn right," and he would go left. And then the kid was like, "Yo, you for real, dog?" That's how they talked. Like, he's like, "Yo, for real, dog? You mad sketching us out?" Matt goes, "That's because I'm gonna murder you." I'm like, "Matt, shut up, these are kids." And then the kid goes, "See, it's so serious." "Nah, dog, don't do that." Matt goes, "Well, all right." And these were like the white kids that use the N-word a lot, like the little fake thug. And so like the Matt's like, "How old are y'all?" And the kid's like, "Yo, my ID says I'm 22, but I'm about to turn 14. And Matt goes, I swear to God, 30-something-year-old man. He works at the hospital. Like, he's the head of the radiology department. He goes, "Yeah, dog, I feel you. I'm 16. And the kid goes, I'm going to substitute the word ninja in for what he said. But he said, "Yo, dog, for real, you look like a grown-ass ninja." But then the guy's like, I'm like irritated because I didn't want to pick him up to begin with. And I'm certainly not trying to, I'm 30, in my 30s. I'm not trying to make friends with the local teenage kids who I'll be fussing about in the morning as I'm having my coffee. Like, damn, kids need to slow down on them scooters. So it's like, the kid's like, "Can I hit your vape?" I was like, I don't know where your mouth has been, man. I'm good. And Matt goes, the kid goes, "No, dude, I ain't got nothing on my mouth, man. I ain't even had sex." And Matt was like, "You need to be more worried about what's on our lips." I was like, "Matt, shut up, man." It took us, seriously should have been maybe a 10-minute ride. Maybe a 10-minute ride. It took us about an hour and a half. These poor kids got off that golf cart thinking they had like, you'll see that in a subreddit somewhere at some point. Like, time I almost got murdered by two old guys on a golf cart.
How high were they? They realized they probably could have got out and walked faster.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, they could have. Matt wouldn't listen to me.
It's a golf cart. They could have jumped off very easily when they're like, "No,
I'll
Matt,
never forget.
kill you,
My
like, no,
brother-in-law is a super nice guy, and he's a really good guy, but he just sometimes does weird shit. And like, we were at the beach and we were about lit up, and so me and my dad and my little brother go to take off on the golf cart, and all of a sudden my brother-in-law busts out the beach house. He's got like his bathing suit. This is in the middle of the night too. It's like 10 o'clock at night. No shirt, hairy chest, barefoot, and he's like, "Wait for me." Then he starts doing this Terminator run and like straight up catches the golf cart. He's got his hands up like this, and all I could see was like the T-1000 running at me, and I'm like, "Oh my God, go, go, go." Like, I forgot to let him on the golf cart. I'm like, "Go." What the hell? He's like, "Y'all almost left me." I was like, "Well, we did, and you outran the golf cart." But not Black Betty, though. Hell no. He ain't gonna keep up with her. Well, she won't be. I'm about to paint her something stupid. I'm gonna paint it like bright orange or bright pink or something bright and obnoxious.
Paint it up to look like a My Little Pony.
My little brony.
I don't even know the names of those things. I can't pretend to be a brony.
I didn't even know. I still don't quite know what a brony is.
I tried to get. I was at a comic book shop. First time I ever heard of that term. I think I was at a comic book shop, and grown ass men were like picking up My Little Pony. It was like, what the
a little creepy.
hell? I tell you what, though, every time my buddy, when he does the comic book unboxing, anytime he gets a My Little Pony book, when I put it on Twitter that he's doing it, I put the My Little Pony hashtag and they retweet it. The bronies do.
I'm going to start hashtagging our stuff when we get back on YouTube to say hashtag My Little Pony, hashtag My Little Brony, hashtag porn, hashtag ASMR. ASMR. I don't know where that extra A came from.
I just wouldn't put it on all my customizing tutorials. But it's in the hidden tags, like in the videos that you can add to it. Yeah. I don't put a hashtag in for the ASMR. I just put it in the hidden tags. There's a more section when you upload your videos. You click it. You can do like your settings for your videos and stuff.
Yeah, I've checked that out. I'm just lining up some new people to be on the cast, and then we're gonna start hitting YouTube back up soon.
I was wondering, man, it's been a hot minute since y'all did any like videos.
Yeah, it's hard to get JP to do anything that's not work related. But I will see him tomorrow because we're working. I'm super stoked, man. I get to meet Tracy Lawrence. I'm not really a huge country fan, but when I was a kid, he was like my favorite country singer ever. I hope he's not a dick. That's going to ruin it. Get back and be like, hey, Tracy, I've been a big fan of yours since I was a kid. Yeah, get in line, pal. Yeah. Okay. What's happening?
I don't know.
Who's the host?
All right, I'm right here.
Did Appalachian freeze?
No.
You weren't moving, so it's like it was weird static.
Well, because I'm like trying to go through here and filter out microphone, hitting mute on people.
Okay.
Trying to figure out what that was. Nobody's talking.
All right, I'm talking.
Well, that'll set you up our big time now, man. We're going up around the tree in the woods, and we're going bang, 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 bang. That's really easy, man.
I don't hear that, and I don't hear nothing no more, so. It's weird.
So, how's right now with the radio thing you do? Do you mention anything that's really going on in the news?
No.
We can't hear him. Something's wrong with his mic.
Oh.
That might have been what happened.
No, dude, he's trying to.
I thought your mic might.
I mean, what do you mean? Like, do I like do news coverage?
Yeah.
No, I mean I talk current events.
This is Les Desmond with the news.
Like what's going on in the Middle East and stuff. Do you get to mention stuff like that?
We have news people that do that. I'm gonna say I'm not hardcore. I'm not gonna be like 95.3 WHLF. I'm Justin Lloyd live on location in Afghanistan. There's a woman over there being stoned because she showed her face. That's the kind of crap that's going to be going on here soon.
Yep.
I don't get political, but I will on the Afghanistan
What the world
thing.
was that?
I think that's
That's what it sounds like when he's clapping them cheeks.
That's just odd. I was like, what the world?
Where's ASMR now?
Well, it's 11 o'clock. I think I'm about ready to call it.
Well, fellas, are you ready to call it a night?
This isn't ASMR.
I mean, how do you know?
I mean, we can just call it a night and like still hang out and talk about stuff off air.
Well, we've got the 100 celebration's gone for almost 2.5 hours. You want to just hold it for another 5 minutes, make it even 2:30?
I don't care. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
Where we can call it now?
I don't really know what else to talk about.
Ooh.
So what time are you getting to the car show tomorrow?
I'm gonna be down at the car show about 9 o'clock, and then I'm going so that way I can like walk through it and look and stuff, and be at the collectible show at 10.
Sweet.
Unless Tommy wants to meet up earlier and get breakfast.
Maybe.
Get you a grand slam at Denny's.
No, I ain't going to Denny's. No. Yuck.
You don't like Denny's?
Man, I had an ex-girlfriend that worked at Denny's, so like I ate a lot of food at Denny's.
So you just got kind of burned out.
That's a good one though.
Yeah.
That's one of the better Denny's I've been to.
I still like Waffle House.
Oh, me too. That's my place.
I love
Dude, my
Waffle
wife
House.
does not want to go. Like, she can't stand.
Oh, man, I love me some Waffle House, man. I'll tell you somewhere else I like is Cracker Barrel. Go get the Country Boy breakfast. That's my jam. Comes with a steak.
Now, have y'all tried the omelet shop?
Where is that at?
It's in Salem.
It's closed.
Is it?
Yeah, it's been closed for a hot minute.
Oh, never mind.
Did COVID kill it?
I don't know. They originally had closed to do some renovations, and then once all the COVID stuff happened, it just didn't. I don't think it came back.
I was so disappointed when they shut down the Shoney's for renovations. They didn't open it back up.
Yeah.
I love Shoney's.
Our Shoney's sucked, but it wasn't a Shoney's thing. It was our Shoney's here in my town. It just like it sucked, man, and that's because I remember when I was a kid and Shoney's was the shiznit. Like we'd go to King's Dominion, my parents would take us, and we'd always stop for breakfast at Shoney's on the way. And it was like the best breakfast you'd ever had. The white gravy and. Oh, I loved it. And then, like, ours came, and we got super excited, and then it sucked.
Get the sawmill gravy, a big stack of bacon, and biscuits, and pancakes, and more sausage and biscuits.
It's because of Shoney's I learned to make the white sausage gravy.
Huh. Really?
Oh, I make, like, every beach trip, I have at least one morning I get up before everybody and fix white sausage gravy and biscuits.
I love some good sawmill gravy.
Me too, man. And it's so easy to make. I mean, like, you can definitely mess it up.
You got your grease, then throw some oil in there, make your roux. Add your, you can either do whole milk or do cream, cut down cream.
Like whipping cream.
Do like a condensed milk.
I like the taste of
water.
I like the taste of milk better with it, but heavy whipping cream keeps it whiter, if that makes any sense. Like the best tasting, it's not really that white. It's a light color, but it's like I do the bacon first, then I keep the grease, and then I go ahead and cook my sausage up, and then when I'm cooking it, then I'll take the grease, pour it on the sausage, and mix it up. Then I'll drop my flour, get that completely mixed in. Then I'll start pouring milk, and then I'll just kind of add it as needed.
Just make sure you brown your roux enough, but not too much.
And I mean, it's delicious, man. And especially I found it's called like A1. It's like this seasoned flour from I think it came from Food Line, but it's kind of local here. But if you use that, man, it's so good.
We got a local mill over here. You're talking about good flour, fresh, actually out of the mill.
Yeah, my girlfriend's a way better cook than I am. But with that said, I do love cooking. Breakfast is kind of my specialty. Breakfast and meats. I'm just your typical guy.
I picked up 2 ribeyes today and a big T-bone.
I'm in a networking group for work called BNI, and there's a guy in that group that owns, like, he owns cattle and he sells meat. And I swear, I'm gonna get somebody to go in with me. I'm gonna buy a whole freaking cow.
A friend of mine does that with one of his friends. They get a whole cow, have it butchered up, and his splitting up between their 2 families.
I've sampled his stuff, man. It's good. Like his is like the all natural grass fed, like no processing. It's hyper local, and he just sends them off to the processing plant, and they'll kill them. And
What we want to go ahead and call it for tonight and continue the conversation afterwards, or we have to?
Sure. Check all of our links down below. I was already anticipating everybody showing up, so all your links are down yonder.
So do I take my shirt off before or after you finish your sign off?
You can take it off down. That's whatever.
All right. Well, we'll wait till after. They have to. We got to get up to. We got to get you up to 500 subscribers to see my nips.
Yeah. And apparently, in that tattoo you got. And that tattoo you got on your butt.
Oh yeah.
That's the 1,000 subscriber mark, isn't it?
That was a Patreon special that I found out about.
I don't have a tattoo.
It was going to be on the OnlyFans, but they're taking it off.
Oh, shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty!
All right, guys, I'm out of here. See you, bye. Jesus loves you. I don't.